What is up, everybody? Okay, time for more Saber Wars. I'm actually looking forward to this because it was pretty fun yesterday, so we'll just... Holy crap, that's loud. Okay, well, fuck my intro. Let's just get into it here. Yeah, we're gonna have JP news tonight, or tomorrow morning, depending on how you want to look at it. Also your time zone. Alright, I did a little bit off stream just because I wanted to like not waste AP and like do free quests that mattered, but I didn't do much. I think I just did like the 2 free quests that we unlocked and that was about it. But actually, I might need to still do this one, but we'll see. Well, there's a few things. Sometimes, like, they have a maintenance for an event, and then they might have a maintenance just because of server stuff. And it could be, though, that they do the stream tonight, and hey TG, thank you for the 15 months up, man. But sometimes they will announce something, and then instead of putting it out right away, they're like, okay, but it actually comes out, you know, in a week, or whatever. They've done that a few times. So there's a chance that the stream tonight will just be like, oh yeah, and the event's in a week. Which would suck, because they don't normally do that, but... And we've already had nothing on JP for so long. If we had to wait even longer, it'd just be like, well, time to play an A. Alright, who are we gonna use now? Hey, Zaruz, something in there. Thank you for the 4 months. Okay, no archer, that's too easy. What about riders? What do we got here? That's a mighty big ass Kandar right there. MHX is kind of, but wow, what? How many hundreds does this person have here? So they've got just the 2, but then they've got a 94. And then Space Ishtar doesn't even have a CE, so, you know, what are you gonna do? Alright, here we go. Super cheeky. Default, it's fine. Hey, Beastly. Oh. Well, how about that? Let's see. Decrease Buster card effectiveness for all enemies after each turn. I wonder if you can remove that with the debuff clear. Well, terrible opening hand. It's actually so bad I almost want to just go for Star Gen. Yeah, honestly, I think that's what I do. Big oof. Hey, Rabbit. Was Electric Blade President Zhang Yu? Yeah, you can remove that. Still not a good hand, but it's probably enough to get our NP. I think I can do Stargen though. Do that. Mix of NP gain and Stargen. I wish something had crit. Alright. Please no pierce and vulnerability. You can probably... Well, no, we're gonna have to pretty much use everything here. We might be in for a bad time. It depends on how much damage he does. That's ridiculous, Beastly. I'm not surprised, but... Now, if we had gotten better opening hands, we would not have broken there, but we'd be able to break next turn. Okay, now I can break next turn anyway, but I'll have to use my NP. How about that looping, though? Oh, is today Shiro Day? Don't even... Don't start with that, but thank you for the resub for 14 months. Stinky. We're not gonna loop on this one. We still have our attack up though. I wonder if I should have just used my attack up on this health bar. Maybe. We might loop here if he does high hit count stuff. Actually, he doesn't even need to do high hit count stuff. What he actually needs to do is not kill us. Damn it, we got... I should have brought Atlas. Yeah, I could NP, but I can't get rid of these. Damn. Well, we learned something. It's not over yet. The sad thing is, if I do debuff clear for my command code, it removes NP seal. Actually, it removes Buster down, so it doesn't get the skill seal. Sword Day, yeah. Thank you for the bits, though, say. Okay, now we're at 179, so that kind of sucks. If I did Atlas, I could have my first skill back right now, because I could have gotten rid of the skill seal and then reduced our cooldowns by 2. So I could art up, attack up. I think she can beat this, but I think I'm going to lose on this one. But we'll try it again. I think she can do it. There's some good music right here. Still insane that they buffed Shiki, and I'm okay with it because it actually balances her against 100 face fairly. Wow, okay, just Buster crit me with Buster up. Well, close, very close. Let's try that again. Hey, Trap. Yeah, we're getting dunked on by a horse. Oh, we got Beastly's Shiki. Let's compare here. Who has the bigger Shiki? Now, I think I don't think Eri had Golden Sumo equipped, so that is definitely ahead. But we've got obviously we'll look at I gotta look at foe items and then command codes. We gotta see who's chunkier here. Alright, so Beastly's is a 1k foe. Not level 100, 68, but I'm assuming because this one is the 100 one, I would imagine. I love how this UI is so bad. Can we, there you go, there we go, yeah, it's 2k and there's the 100, alright. Alright, let's see if we can find Eri. Oh, I'm on the archer slot, excuse me. Oh, did have Golden Sumo, okay. Oh, 2k and 100, okay, Eri wins this one. And I think slightly better command codes too. Yeah, these are better. Not that Beastly's were bad, but yeah, Eri wins this one. Okay, we'll go Atlas. And then hopefully we get some cards. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Fujino would beat this stage, no problem. She even gets the buff block. Hold on one second, chat. I have to grab something from across the room. And then I just accidentally unplugged my earbuds, so that's great. Okay. I'm not sure who I'm gonna 2k foe on my main account next. I might just start stockpiling them for a bit until I make up my mind. Maybe Tesla, though. Hey, now that is a significantly better hand than last time. I probably should have put that quick card last, because I'm going to get my NP in time either way. And then more stars could be good next turn. Yeah, right now I'm finishing Sanson, but he's almost done. He's like super close. Because I had kept him at like 1,600 for a long time. And then after, I think Mori was done, or Canis, I decided to finish his. I guess damage, we might be able to get him low enough to break one turn sooner. And if I don't push it, then we might break it one turn slower, which would be way worse. And I don't have the attack up this time. Guys, can Hercules solo this? I wonder. Gonna need chat to backseat on that one. It's too hard otherwise. Chat. Fluffy is a really hard boss, right? And he's main story, so he's like a gatekeeper. He really is a gatekeeper in FGO. He's like Gwaine 2, you know, Revengeance. And he's a little bullshit. No hate for Fluffy, but he's kind of a bull. You know, they kind of overstated him a bit, right? It's almost good, but it's a little silly, right? Like, let's be honest, it's a little silly. But because it's a gatekeeper and it's like something to work towards, and it's just a real landmark boss everybody knows, you would think it would be fun to watch streamers fight it, but it normally is not, because their chats are always insufferable every time they do it. It's awful. That boss brings out so much backseating, and what is so amazing is the advice they normally give is terrible, right? Like super, super bad. I think Zeus or Demeter, like, those are pretty gatekeepery, but which one gets you kind of changes depending on the account. I've seen a lot of people struggle with Demeter and then not struggle with Zeus, but I've also seen people wreck Demeter and then struggle with Zeus, because they call for different classes. Okay, do I NP when he's only 40k? I mean, I really want to break here, it's very important. I think I do NP, and I try to loop again with my third skill. Hey, sir. But yeah, I find that boss brings out backseaters like no other these days. Lost Belt 6 in general, though. And I think Lost Belt 3 can gatekeep people a little bit. Not too much, though, because story supports can carry basically every fight in Lost Belt 3. Like, pretty easily obtainable and findable units on the support list can solo every single stage there. Like, almost every Avenger in the game can solo Mothman. A bunch of Berserkers can solo him. You know, Lee can be tricky for sure, because I think it's harder for people to find a support that can carry them there, but you absolutely can. Okay, well, my health doesn't matter anymore, so... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Unless I loop... Oh, I just messed up. I think I just threw. I think I just threw. This is pretty nuanced. I think some people won't have any idea, like right now, what I just did that was wrong. But I think what I should have done, because I'm not going to live that many more turns, I should not have NP'd this turn. I should have saved my third skill, and I should have just gotten my NP the normal way. Because I want to wait. If I'm not going to live very long, if I'm going to potentially NP one more time, I might as well have it with the art, right? And you might say, well, you can just NP next turn, and that's true. But what I could have done was not used my third skill, attacked and gotten my NP the normal way, and then NP'd with my art up, and then if I somehow lived, right, I could then do my third skill and NP again. Now, we're probably not gonna live long enough for that to matter, but there was no reason to use my third skill there if I'm gonna just wait anyway. And it gave me the potential of NPing twice. Actually, the real dream, this is how we probably win, is if we had, because we almost got our NP without our third skill. If I had had my NP without my third skill, and then we NP'd right now, art, still had our third skill, he hits us, we use third skill, then we NP again with the first skill, that's probably how you win here, but, okay, so we want to do as much damage as possible over these 2 turns. I wonder if I Buster quick. I wish this 50% crit was on the art card that had the star bomb, because then I could make stars and then try to crit now. I guess I try to crit now because critting now is just as good as critting next turn, really. But I'll put the quick card last. Well, wow, 40, 50, 50, and none of them crit. And that's why you can get wrecked when you go for 4-star rate ups, by the way. Yeah, maybe I should have gone. I should have maybe NP'd there and done art. Yeah, I think I should have because, yeah, wow, okay. Okay, we should have done that, definitely. His NP has a really high hit count there. All right, we got to give Shiki one more go at least. 'Cause I think she might be able to do this. It's close, but I think she can do it. Actually, Iron-Blooded Orphans, they put up on YouTube themselves with subs and dub a while ago, but what they seem to do, I don't know why, but I've noticed Sunrise likes to put their stuff up and then take it down and then put it up again, and I guess it's because then it shows up in people's sub boxes again, and they just like want that, you know, hype again, so they get more ad revenue. Which, I mean, if that's how they want to do it, that's like fine, I guess, but it is kind of weird. So I won't go into too much detail because I don't want to spoil it, but there's one mech in Iron-Blooded Orphans that does have a beam weapon, but yeah, they don't use beam weapons much in that one. They eventually explain why, but it takes them forever to explain why. Like, they just kind of go through the series not even mentioning it. And they do eventually. Okay, round 3. Sometimes 4-star rate ups really help you out, and you win the 50-50 every time, and then you get like high NP rank super quick, no big deal. But my god, like when I rolled for Saito, I just got spooked over and over again, and I wasn't even pulling that many 4-stars either, so it was pretty terrible. All right, bad opening hand. We're back to this. I have a feeling we can't win if we get bad hands. Yeah, I think NA is actually rolling on Space Ishtar more than JP, and I think there's a few reasons. One, a lot of the reasons I think JP didn't like this event doesn't really apply to NA. Also, they're aware of Castoria in advance, where JP wasn't. And even Calamity Jane, I think, is more popular in NA than she is in JP. Relative to the player base side, obviously, because, you know, the JP player base is so much bigger, right? But percentage-wise, I think Calamity Jane is liked more over here than over there. Okay, slightly better hand. I could NP right now with my third skill, and I might even get my third skill back in time when I need it. That's tempting. The issue is I don't have double art. I guess I don't do it. Because not only do I not have double art, but I don't really have a crit chance or any of that. And the great Game Press doesn't have a fucking clue what they're talking about. Like, they just have such a, like a mainstream like take, right? Like just real casual view on everything. They don't, it's just so obvious they never actually dig in and test things. Yeah, I agree. Even if Castoria was out, that placement's too high, and Castoria is not out, so it's definitely too high. Not a great crit chance here. At least my art cards got kind of favored, though. I'd actually like these to crit more for damage than NP gain. Well, I got one. If we had landed both crits because we had crit up and art up, I wonder if I could have... Oh my god. No, yeah, it's fine. No, it's fine. Just kill me now. We don't even we don't even need to put up a fight. See, Fujino would buff block that. All right, you know what? We're getting Fujino. Well, we're showing off the stronger K&K character. I do think if you play really well and you don't get bad luck, I don't think you even need good luck, you just need to avoid bad luck. I think Shiki can solo it, but I have a feeling Fujino has a significantly higher win rate. If I can find Beastly. Oh, we're counterclassing though. Damn it. That's not really any fun then. I wanted to show them both at neutral. That would have been really good. This is just a joke now. Damn it. Well, let's see. What is something else at neutral you want to try then? Because that's just, I mean, that's such a joke at that point. There's no value being tested there. Got Okita, but not a good CE. That hurt could do it, by the way, even at level 80. Charlotte would get annihilated. Masashi could probably do it, but I don't know about NP1. That'd be tough. Ozzy would be kind of interesting. If he had his buffs, I bet you he could do it without. I'm not sure. Maybe. No command codes. Let's try it anyway. Let's see how he does. Atlas? It's either Atlas or default. I'll try Atlas. Hey, Captain. He is using the correct ascension stage right now. Wow. Okay, game. At least we get Starjin. And Ozzy is a rider, so this next turn, as long as he gets cards, he's actually pretty favored to crit. This will be funneled. Scath cards. Let's hope not. Music is looping! Man, Ozzy got 4 out of 5 cards, which is normally a good thing, but I'd rather get 3 out of 5. That way the crits are funneled more, right? Like, so they're only being funneled through 1 card, right? So it doesn't really matter. Hey, Cairo. Damn it, Ozzy. I guess we take the 70s. We have Buster down anyway. Maybe I should have put the quick one last. Okay. Super overcharged. I think I use my... Well, I think I wait 1 turn. Hold on. This is so awkward for him because what he needs is the buff clear command code. I need to save the debuff clear for the break bar, so I can't get rid of the Buster down. Yeah, I think Ozzy could probably do this, but I don't think he can do it without a debuff clear command code. our damage is just gonna take too much of a hit. I think this Buster down is 50%. Because he Buster crit earlier for 8k. That's terrible. Also, NP Seal is kind of bad here. Because the boss is still going to NP once, but the boss probably would never have NP twice either way. And this just delays when we get our NP refund from his hit count. Honestly, we still did respectable damage there. And this is where we need the heal boost command code. I'm not sure we're gonna live long enough for Atlas. Guess I do that and then NP next turn. His background is cool. Look at him evading! Well, we're doomed. See, I actually wish we didn't NP seal because then I could invulnerability right now and, you know, live. So I think Ozzy can do that. You need to get a little lucky, but you just need the debuff clear command code. I think he could shred that boss pretty quick. So, Buster kind of bad unless you have anti-debuff. Oh yeah, I don't want to do an archer. It's too good. Man, I would love to do Ivan, but same problem. You know, he's Buster, and he does not have the debuff clear command code. I mean, Fury, if you want to give your Aussie a debuff clear command code on a Buster card, we'll give it a shot. Because I think if any Aussie can do it, it would be yours. Yeah, I know he has debuff clear, but it's not enough. Like, it's not nearly enough. I mean, it's better than Aussie because he'd get 2, but there's no way he's getting through that because his damage is not so. You're not two turning it neutral with an AOE. Like, there's no way. Yeah, we'll give Fury's Aussie a shot. I mean, we'll try it real quick, but there's just no way. Like, I can do math. This is not gonna fly. Well, I will say, his just having his own hard survival skill will be nice. But I don't see this happening. Look at these chunkers though. Wait, we got big boys. Okay, Ivan wants a real game here though. He's showing up, getting that brave chain. Ivan's pretty cool, man. Kaiju battle, yeah. Okay. Do I use Ivan's second skill to increase my chance of critting next turn? Let's see, how long's the cooldown? Because we have Atlas. Only 5, but I'd be whiffing a turn of the Buster up. It's 10 stars. I mean, we're not entirely whiffing it. You know what? Let's do it. Yeah, let's do. I'm actually putting hers last because I want as many stars as possible. Critting next turn could really turn this around. I don't know, I might be underestimating Ivan. He's kinda good. Now, I really wish he had bothered to cast anything so I could remove it. Do I invulnerability anyway? think it's a 6-turn cooldown. It is. It's not super likely that I'm going to cast it again. And if that's the case, I should wait to cast it. Yeah, we'll do regular invulnerability. Oh, actually, maybe I don't cast anything. Yeah, let's not cast anything. That's really weird, but I think that's right. I think we Buster. It's true the attack down is decent, but I don't like wasting the buff removal because he can cast Pierce and Vulnerability and stuff like that. But the 20% attack down could, over 2 turns, could potentially make the difference of us dying on 1 turn or not, so almost broke there. Okay, I am so glad I didn't use my 3rd skill. I am so glad I didn't use my 3rd skill. Let me just yoink that real quick. I should have had a break with quick art. The better thing though would have been I had just broken there, right? And that didn't happen at all, because then it would be a turn. Can you crit at least once? There we go. Ivan, you're worrying me here. Okay, those are the debuffs. Get a little nasty. Okay. I definitely am underestimating Ivan because now our first skill comes back and then we can remove the Buster down again. Damn. Man, Ivan's showing up, man. And they buffed this man for some fucking reason. They're like, yeah, he needs Buster Resist down, guys. He needs to do more damage. Yeah, you can loop with NPAA. I've seen that. Very silly. If we win, we'll Zeet the app though, because I want to give Fury's Aussie a go. I think we're still gonna lose though. This last health bar I think is gonna be a problem. If that had crit though, that would have really? Honestly, if both of those had crit, I think we actually would win because we had Buster Resist down and Buster up. So those 2 crits would have been huge. And I think he'd be low enough that I could potentially win pretty soon. But I think we're fucked now. I'm annoyed that neither of those crit. Like, give me at least one game. You know, 60 and 70. I have literally 2 rigged dice rolls here, and somehow we messed it up. Hey, Zerp. That is such a good shade of green on that NP, though. Look at all those green slashes, man. Very nice. Yeah, I am feeling like on a lucky run, he can do this. Because seriously, if those hit crit, we'd be pretty far along here. And if we get lucky, we could live 1 more turn. And that would be a win. Now, unfortunately, because we didn't get any of those crits, he's not low enough that we won't win next turn. But I think if we had crit, we would. We would win this turn right here if we survive. Well, that's a GG. We lived, it just unfortunately doesn't matter, and hey, we resisted the Buster down. So, if I had cast this that turn sooner, obviously we would have had to go through the evade and we'd be a turn behind. But if we had just broken there, we could win that way. Because then this would be back, and then we could remove this evade. So the key would be just breaking on that first NP turn, and you skip over that problem, and then you, like, invulnerability in advance. So it is beatable. Like, Ivan can beat this. His win rate, though, probably is not over 50%. It's probably a bit under. But, that's pretty good. Yeah, he's a green boy. Zhongyu, Horsebindo. Not Ivan. I wish Ivan was a green boy, but, no luck. Yeah, neutral AoE, and he didn't have like, you know, command codes that really did anything, so that was pretty good. All right, where's our boy Fury? You might need to log in, Fury. An all slot. Not putting Medusa in the all slot. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Not that I see you anyway, so it doesn't matter, but yeah, you probably need to log in. Pretty typical for FGO. If you don't log in, the odds of you actually being seen are pretty abysmal. One of these days. There we go. Alright, let's see. It has to be Atlas, there's no question. The Medusa's in the rider slot, eh? Actually kind of surprised you did it that way. Arknights just updated their friend system and it's like really good now. Be nice if FGO would do something like that. They also don't have to wait 10 seconds to get to refresh their list, but I think the reason FGO does that is to stop like a really easy way to DDoS the server. So who knows, Arknights might regret that someday. Ooh, that's a rough start. Thankfully, we don't have invulnerability or evade anyway. But the crit buff worries me. Not a good hand. I think I just quick. Like one art card is just not enough to matter. I didn't ask for anything to be in the old slot. That did not come out of my mouth. So I think this is one. His hit count is high enough that I don't think we're going to save the battery. The question is, do I save the heal? Like I could just cast everything right now. Part of me wants to art actually because we have 100%. Now I can't do that because I have to do the debuff clear. Okay, we have the heal boost command code, so we don't do Imperial Privilege. Because heal boosting is much better. So just don't kill me this turn, right, with that crit buff. As long as he doesn't like absolutely shred us, we might be in good shape here. Okay, good start with that crit. 22k. So the other time when we crit, although it wasn't a buster chain, but we crit for 8k because we had the buster down. We didn't have the attack up either though. But still 22k versus 8k. 17k no crit. If that had crit, that would have been so beautiful. Look at him with crit chance up, crit damage up, buster up. Oh boy. He hits hard, man. I need a break right here. See, normally that would be so good, but this guy hit so hard, I'm not sure that's gonna save us. Do I quick card because it has a 30% chance to crit? Yeah, I think so. It's got Merlin on it too. We need to, if we don't like double crit here, it's not happening. Oh! Actually, might just needed the one, and we double crit. Okay, I think we only needed the one though. I don't think we needed both. Hey, look, we guarded the NP seal. Really? Dude, there's just like, to be fair, if he had cast that skill against Ivan, Ivan would have lost so hard. Like, he cast it immediately, so he had it for the entire fight. Because like that would have destroyed Ivan, because Ivan had to survive with invulnerability and that ignores it. and then Ivan doesn't have heal or the defense up. So that was just so unfair to Ozzy in comparison to what happened to Ivan anyway. Because we had a 40% defense up and we just get destroyed anyway. You get that giant crit buff. If he casts that Pierce Invulnerability at the start, like if he casts it near the end when you're out of gas anyway, it's not a big deal. But if he casts it at the beginning and he just gets full value out of it, it's just too much. This is tough though. This soft survival is it's got an uphill battle here because the normal card damage is so high from the president. Okay, I think I quick chain. I don't have the Buster down yet, but I think it's still worth it. Could put actually Scath's cards last because she has pretty good star gen, but the NP gain is good. Yeah, we'll try. That'd be interesting if Choco Jana beats this because she's AoE, but she is also very soft survival, but she might be able to do it. She'd also have a bad time if the boss did Pierce Invulnerability right away. If he doesn't do it right away, then she probably can do it. But wait, does she remove Pierce Invulnerability? I never even thought about that. Does she remove Pierce Invulnerability with her NP? Does it count as an offensive buff? Because it would make sense if it did. So I could NP right now, but then I still wouldn't use the second skill, so I think I don't. That is so crazy if she removes Pierce Invulnerability. That is so strong. Yeah, he probably glows in the dark. Makes sense. Ivan sold really well, honestly, when he came out, so hopefully from time to time they throw out those kind of cool monster characters and big boys and just, you know, different designs. Well, definitely this. I guess he did it again. It's over. I mean, if he casts that, it's just over. There's no way. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. Maybe we get lucky and he just doesn't crit, but the problem is he's gonna now have, actually, he won't have Pierce Invulnerability for his NP because we NP Seal, but we'll just be dead before we get to the point where we can use our Invulnerability. I did the wrong order. I like zoned out there. I did it backwards. It wouldn't matter. We were fucked anyway. Okay. I do want to give Ozzy though a good run, like one where he just goes like he did for Ivan, and just see how far he can get. He just keeps, and again, it's not the end of the world if he casts Pierce Invulnerability. It's the end of the world if he casts it on the very first turn that your solo unit is vulnerable, like, and it's just terrible. Wait, I don't even remember. Is there a threat to humanity command code? I totally don't remember that. Let me see here. It's not that good against Fluffy though. It can be depending on what kind of servant you use, but the way that fight is... Oh right, it's not, yeah, the cosmic one. Yeah, I remember that one, but that one, it's only 10%. Like, it's a half and half one. It's half their humanity, half Saber. I don't think that's even good for Fluffy because, it's just 10%. And anyway, what I was saying was, you don't generally focus on normal card damage against Fluffy because of his gimmick. It's more about, you know, bursting through with an NP. Now, there are some servants that can do normal card damage so high that they don't care, but it's rare that you care that much about your normal card damage there. And it's, again, it's only 10%, so that's just not that great. Oh my god, Ozzy just can't get a break, man. Like, the boss just keeps casting Pierce Invulnerability immediately, and then, you know, this time maybe he won't, but now we have no cards. Well, at least we get crits next turn. See if we get like bullshit luck here and we get a crit on one of these two cards for more Stargen. 10%, let's go. Nope, didn't think so. Still made 32 stars. That's not bad. Hey look, the crit chance is even like lined up good this time. Like, not only do the best cards get it, but it's in the order in which I want to use them, right? The lower crit chance is going first to get rid of the debuff, and then the higher crit chance is the one I went last, so that's lucky as hell. That makes up for our first turn having nothing. Okay, now don't cast Pierce Invulnerability, and we're good. Yeah, we fought in Horsebindo as a boss a few times, and he is noticeably rough just because he has a 3-turn Pierce Invulnerability. Although normally his chance to cast it is not super high. Now, it might be different in this fight, but I know in like the main story, his chance to cast it is not that high. It certainly can happen though, but 3 turns is just so long for a Pierce Invulnerability. Okay. Starting to think I should use default. I'm almost positive I should use default because I could do heal boost again and then do the default heal. I just don't think we're going to live long enough to get these back. Yeah, I definitely think default's better for him. And he could probably break on that first turn if I did the other attack up. Woo! I'll take that damage though. If I'd known that was going to happen, I would have done like Art or something. We just crazy overkilled right there. Well, at least we didn't die. The bad news is I have to... I guess the dream is we somehow man, I think default is so much... Well, no, because I couldn't cast this. But default would be good here because of my defense up with the big heal again. I could probably face tank another turn. But right here, I don't think I can. So I think I have to invulnerability because I'm gonna NP seal him anyway. So there's no way to sync that up with the NP. It's just not gonna happen. At least we're getting a proper run this time. I don't know, default might still be better though, just because we have the debuff clear command code. You might just do that and roll with it. Because we definitely would live longer. That is so much damage. And then they buffed this man twice. Twice. I mean, I'm serious. Horsebindo would be probably dead right now if this was the buffed Aussie. Because we would have broken that first health bar a turn sooner, and then we'd already done some damage, and then this health bar right there would have taken more damage. So our only chance for survival here is if he doesn't kill us right now. So we'll do the damage cut and the baby heal, and then hope miraculously somehow we don't explode. See, if he wants to cast Pierce Invulnerability, now I'm okay with it now. Like, by all means, cast it now. Cast it? No, so close. So close. If you cast it there, we would have won, actually. Because we could have NP'd and whatnot. It is winnable. Aussie can win it, but the win rate would be pretty low. I think his win rate would be like 20% or something, right? Like maybe not even that. It'd be like 15 or something. It'd be quite low. All right, let's show off Choco Jana. I have a feeling she might win. We'll see. Ozzy's animations look pretty good in my opinion, but it is true that he has some like repetitive ones that he could get like a set. You know, if he does the same card twice, you do a different animation. You know, that's not asking for too much. And I think though he'll get a full-on animation update at some point. He's pretty popular, so. Okay. Definitely Atlas for her, no question. That's her best Mystic Code anyway. I think the evade could be a problem. That's true. He'll probably evade twice, depending on her damage thresholds are, and that's rough. We'll see. She's good though. I think Ozzy's sprite is fine. I don't think it's that bad. It holds up pretty good. I think pretty much things from Camelot and on generally hold up sprite-wise. Now, he doesn't have the best sprite in the game, and I'm not going to complain if he gets one, but I mean, when you compare him to, you know, everything before Camelot, his is quite a bit better. But we're getting to the point where there's not that many day one animations anymore. I mean, there's still a lot. There's still probably more than I'm thinking. Because I was going through it in my head, I'm like, wait a second, no, there's still a good number. But it's not as bad as it used to be, right? So it's like, how do I put this? It's like they kind of are going to have to give animation updates to things like Aussie and that kind of in the middle stuff, just because they're going to eventually they're going to run out of day one stuff. But let's see, yeah, there's still Shakespeare, Mozart, Phantom, Blood Axe, both Gilius's, David. David's not quite day one, but he basically is. Let's see, what else is there? Matahari. That one's actually pretty surprising that Matahari has not gotten an animation update because she's pretty popular. What else? Man, the Mozart and Shakespeare just kill me though. That sucks. You got some that are on like the oh yeah, Jekyll and Hyde I guess counts. He's again not technically day one, but close enough. Oh, Leonidas, yeah, of course Leonidas. Darius is one. Hohenheim again, technically not day one, but pretty close. Definitely needs it a lot more than like yeah, Tesla again, not technically day one, but ridiculously close. Yeah, Yuri Pirates I think are pretty much day one. That is a lot. Now that I think of all that stuff we've named there, that's a lot of stuff. And there's probably another one here and there that we're forgetting. And Leonidas and Darius, man, I'd love those to get animation updates. Oh, Asterios. How did I forget him? Okay, no, there's plenty. Yeah, I take it back. There's still a lot. There's still a lot of day one animations. Billy's a noticeable bit ahead of day one, I will say. His attacks are pretty boring, and the attacks aren't really that much ahead of day one, but his sprite quality is noticeably ahead of day one. That being said, it's not like he's amazing, and I would like him to get an animation update, absolutely, but I don't think it's really right to put like Billy and Geronimo in there with everyone else. Like they have a very noticeably in better sprites. That's probably not gonna happen, Fury, because Gwaine got an animation update and he still has his sword clipped through his arm, right? So, yeah, they're pretty bad with that stuff. I almost want to Guts now, just so it comes back sooner and I do the attack. There really are times where, like, if it depends on how quickly he kills me. If I think he's gonna kill me super fast, I should cast the Guts now. I'll be brave and I'll wait. Am I gonna? I don't know about that. Yeah, I'm gonna cast it now. That's tricky. That is tricky. So if I removed her her debuff resistance would be really high right now, and she'd probably resist all the stuff, but might as well save it for the turn that matters. I don't care too much about the Buster Down. Do I quick chain here? I think we quick chain here. I think that's good. Okay. So, kind of unfortunate he didn't cast the Pierce Invulnerability. I guess we just quick. I don't know though, this crit spread, the only card that has a bad crit chance is the other quick, so we could do Buster NP quick. But then I'd have to do the 40% one, so now we'll just do quick. Our card was tempting though, 90% crit and had Star Bomb. $45K, it's not bad. 41 stars. Well, I wish I could NP now because he's got the buffs. Unfortunate timing. This is our last turn of buff success chance. So, because he didn't do as much damage as he could, I should not have cast Guts early. But there's no way to know, right? I mean, hell, he could have procced Guts there. But having one more turn on it would be much better this way. Do I do the invulnerability now to guarantee the buffs? I don't think so. I think we're just gonna have to RNG it. And then if we fail, I think we just don't cast the Guts early like that. I don't know, casting it now though lets me Atlas it now. The problem is it doesn't actually, I'll whiff some of the healing over the 2 turns. Oh, this is a tough call, man. I guess I do it. Because I'm not feeling lucky. I feel like if we roll the dice, we're just gonna regret it. Why? Why is the crit spread like this? Why is the one card with low crit chance the one I have to use? I think I don't do, do I do quick? I need to 71k. Just crit with that 30%. There we go. Nope. Wow. That is so good! What is that damage? Okay. Nice debuffs, nerd. Oh, there's, oh my god. As soon as I hate this game. Did anyone else see what just happened? That's so dumb. That is so dumb. I'm like, yeah, we'll cast the invulnerability, and then he does pierce invulnerability after all that time. Son of a bitch. Man, I don't think I played that right then, because, yeah, I should have cast it now, because, like, the damage cut doesn't do anything if I have invulnerability up here. At least we get, well, no, the heal's still good here. The heal is still good here, so we're not whiffing that hard. Of course she can remove it. That's not the problem. Like, did you not watch how I just lost half my health on the turn that I wasted my invulnerability when I was iffy on casting it in the first place? It's like, it's arguably not right to cast invulnerability here, but then I cast it, and then he cast pierce invulnerability. Now it's really not worth it. Like, I wasn't gonna have that invulnerability for his MP anyway. Okay. So I need to not die here. The good news is we heal again. Dude, every time, this card, every fucking time, you know, I literally have to use it, and it always has the shitty crit chance. Every goddamn yeah, it hurts her luck. Yeah, E- by the way. Nice that we have the debuff resistance there. Oh, we're totally fine though. It's funny, this is not going particularly well, but when I'm looking at how good she is, it's fine, because even if he killed us right now, we have Guts, and then our next second skill is guaranteed to have the success chance up. So yeah, her animations are good. And she's just a 4-star, and they actually bothered to reanimate her ligaments several times instead of just doing papier-mâché stuff. This crit down is nice, though. I am a fan. You know, there's actually a world where I don't NP here, just in case he does pierce invulnerability next turn. Or this turn. But, I think it's fine this way. Because even if he did pierce invulnerability, I'm pretty sure the heal and damage cut are enough. I figured he'd evade there. Woo! He didn't even pop our, Wow, if he doesn't pop Guts, that means because I still have 2 turns of this, I can just wait. I just not cast it, and then I cast invulnerability next turn, and I get a free turn out of Guts. Wow. That is disgusting. Yeah, comfy solo. There's wiggle room. Not only did she win when things didn't like go really well for us, they could have gone worse, but they definitely could have gone better. But she's winning with wiggle room, so it's pretty easy. Hey, look, he did pierce invulnerability, but we actually delayed our invulnerability, so it doesn't even matter. And honestly, I don't think it would matter, even if I couldn't NP to remove his pierce invulnerability. Like between the damage cut and the big heal, I think she would be fine, because if she does the heal boost here, she's going to get so much health back. The fight's obviously over, but if it wasn't, right, she would still be fine. I'm doing it like this because I just want to show off and get the heal boost. Can you imagine if she was single target, how ridiculous she would be? Now, obviously there are some fights where you want to be AoE, and then she's just amazing, right? But those don't happen as often. So just imagine how good she would be. Yeah, look at that. We get 4,000, and we have the damage cut, so she'd have been fine. Yeah, she is really good in teams. I actually use her in teams a lot off stream. Like a lot of the times when I'm messing around with a boss that I've already beaten for like a video, I use her a lot. I see how she does a lot, and I use her for farming actually a lot because I can give her like K-scope or super scope depending on the team, and have her NP clear wave 1 or something, maybe even wave 2 depending. And then she also buffs the teammate, like I have Mordred on the team or whatever's counterclassing, and she'll give them a nice attack up as well. And it's just good, right? It's really nice. And if it's hard content, you might want her to just like do her NP once and you don't need her anymore, and then she gives her invulnerability to someone else. She could give it to a taunt like George or Percival, right? Just having options like that. Actually, she's great with Percival if their classes are able to sync up depending on the fight, because they both have targetable invulnerabilities and they both have heals. Yeah, she is good against Fluffy actually. I used her against Fluffy on some other setups. Just because of her support. Because she could basically be like Fuma or Percival, right? Because I used Percival in that video. You'd like do a drive-by survivability thing. She can do the same thing. And you can do Percival and her. Like when Percival dies and she comes in and gives them the survivability stuff, right? It's not bad. It's not bad. Now, I don't think she's not the best support ever for Fluffy, but you know, you might not have the better support. So she is a good option because she might live a little bit longer herself if you want to get her NP off or whatever, and because of her guts, and then she can give the invulnerability and all that nonsense to like Castoria or the main DPS or herself if for some weird reason you need that. Wait, is this a 4-story support? Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Well, let's see if she can solo whatever it is. And yeah, she's one of those units that can work with Hans and that kind of thing. If you have her at NP1, she's still really worth it because of her utility and survivability and that kind of stuff. But as a damage dealer, she's not as good at NP1. Like it'll be a noticeable drop-off, but her utility is still amazing. I think this is one of those fights you just have to last a while because I don't think you'd really do any damage here. Although we have double damage up, so we'll see. I could have given one of my taunt units the team-wide damage up. I don't think it would really matter though, we're still doing basically nothing. Probably just doing true damage with Divinity or something. Might be doing a little bit of damage beyond that. Guess we'll BBB for the memes. First damage. Atlas is not gonna do jack here. In the long run, generally art is better, but in the short term, like Buster is better. Especially against Billy, like it's way better against Billy to do Buster. TTO, yeah. Look at that damage, 270. Or Buster cards doing more. Probably because of the Buster chain bonus. I'm guessing the fight ends when she does her NP. I'm just gonna say it, chat. Space Ishtar is kinda lame. This event is dumb. The lore of it is so dumb. Not a fan. Regarding everything. Well, we get to BBB one more time. We better hope the stage ends here, though, or we're gonna be in trouble. I enjoyed the event just fine from a gameplay standpoint, but the wackiness and I just don't care for it at all, and I don't like retarded one way or the other. Like space or otherwise. Don't kill me. Oh, there's the sun. Oh, just barely. Saved by the bell. I don't like these fights nearly as much as like Gouda Final or you know, some of those events, but it's certainly better than like the summer event we just had on JP, for example. You know, I bet you why Horse Bindo, you know, he's not hard, right? We were just dicking around at neutral, but why I think he's a bit harder than the bosses before is at that point they expect you to have at least one copy of the damage CE. Like maybe not limit broke it yet, but you only need one copy, right? And then even a shitty newbie account that was like really weak would be able to do it. Don't think this account particularly needs seeds, but free stuff. I mean, I don't do account reviews all the time, I just do them sometimes, but I mean, I'll do more in the future. Like, wow guys, I'm not doing account reviews this second, that means I'm never going to do them ever again, because the universe is black and white like that. It's always all or nothing, right? I mean, if you follow Twitter, then that's how it seems, I would imagine. Okay, we gotta give up 500 Artorium here. The hair feels bad. What do we want to use? What's my Martha? I should up those skill ranks, but why not? We'll do some Martha. He's half counterclassing. Hopefully that's not too much. We'll see what happens though. What do you give me look for, Zoa? What did I do? Oh, Martha's skills, that's why, I bet. Hey, at least 2 of them are 10, right? And it is the 2 important ones, so it's not that bad. Elite Young Lady B. What a name. Could have done the art chain and impede next turn. I would throw a pun Oko W, but mine is 666. Yeah, and NP5. Oh my. At least I'm not going that bad. Actually, what is my NP rank? I don't even know. It's probably NP2. Yep. I'm probably going to NP this wave, so there's no point in targeting one of them down. Actually, could have quick chained there. You guys have Martha? Feels bad. It was easier to get day one because there was a lot less 4 stars back then, so your odds of getting her, if you got like a spook or whatever, was pretty high. Do I defense down? I think Martha has her NP buff on NA. Might try target switching. Let's see if that's enough to kill them all. I'm not super familiar with her damage without her buffs, and then if you're at neutral at NP2, right? Excuse me, chat, I haven't memorized that. Okay. Close. I was so close. We almost killed that one, and if we had the target switch with the art extra, would have killed the middle one. That would have been so good. Now I'm salty. I actually think I made like a good educated guess there. It just did not get paid for it. What I could have done was Buster NP, then extra the middle one, and that probably would have killed 2 as well. Hey, Zarek, thank you for the 28. 28, Jesus, that's a long time, man. Thank you, dude. Do I save my second skill, or do I think there's not going to be debuffs? I mean, there could be. There's another wave. I probably can't kill 2 here, so I just try to make sure... Well, I can kill 2 with that one, but I won't kill the other one. So the back one's higher level, so I'll try to kill that one. Maybe I should have done my Buster. I think we might be pushing it on this guy. Oh yeah, she's got... Well, it wouldn't matter. I don't have to do... What I just said doesn't matter. Like, I could just do Buster art NP. Same thing. Doesn't make a difference. My point is I needed 2 cards on that front enemy, right? It doesn't matter if it's BB NP or if it's, you know, BQ or BA. It doesn't matter. I guess I don't use the second skill, because if I do get debuffed, like as a gimmick or something, I can just get the heal then. I don't need the cooldown. So nice getting her NP back just like that. Valedictorian this year. What is going on? I haven't... I've read a lot of the translations for this story, like on JP, but some of the filler stuff like this I did not, and I guess there's like some school thing in space going on. I guess I can wait to heal. It has a debuff on its NP, but it's probably never going to get that far. If we crit with something, we might kill it. Very low chance. Yeah, I think they both would have had to crit for us to kill there. Hey, there we go. Doesn't even matter though, we just win this turn, and I probably could have cast that heal a long time ago and had it off cooldown by now, or about. Yeah, NP drain on normal enemies, man. That's pretty annoying. Ghosts like to do that. Spooky ghosts. There are so many ghost variants. like in FGO, like different mobs. Like they have like the dark blue ones. I don't even know why they made those, because those ones are like so not different. Kaiju. Lancer. What shall we use? Yeah, we're up to level 80. Let's give Ivan another go. We're starting to get to the point where like the con is a little bit harder, but it's still not. It's at that awkward time where counterclassing is too easy, but neutral really only like a really good unit can do it, right? We're kind of in that awkward spot, or a good unit for the stage anyway. Oh boy, yeah. See, this is not going to go well. I've played this game before, and I think I know exactly where this is going. But see, if I was counterclassing, I would just kill it in 1 NP, right? And it wouldn't even be a joke. We could go halfway, and you do an event CE, so you're doing counterclass damage, but you're not receiving the half damage, right? So it's like half counterclassing. That's one way to make up these awkward stages. Like a really good unit at neutral can do this, but really only a good unit can do it. If you use something about, you know, out of, kind of off meta, if you will, it's going to be a problem. Well, he can remove our buffs at any time. I'm going to try to save my invulnerability, because I think if I cast invulnerability, it's just going to get removed. Do I want to do my NP gain up? No, because I'm going to do a Buster Chain, and again, more likely to get removed, so. Eight-star dual monsters, yeah, like newer Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. Even now, some of the older Yu-Gi-Oh stuff looks like that. Like, man, synchro summons ain't new anymore. I don't even play that game, but I know how unbelievably convoluted it is these days. Like, dude, it started getting convoluted, like, just like right after Synchro Monsters. I don't even remember what was after that. I forget. But then it started getting really convoluted. And now, you know, like 10 years later or whatever, it's just unbelievably convoluted. Alright, well, if you remove my buffs, I can deal with it. Just don't do it as your first action, right? Just do it as your second action, right? So I get at least something out of it. I want to do my first skill because I want the NP gain buff, but I think I'm just asking for it. Go all in. I mean, when has anyone ever gotten wrecked by doing this? Okay, let's see. XYZ is absolutely convoluted. That is so bullshit. Like, read the fucking text, dude. Like, what a joke. Like, that game is, like, the definition of a convoluted card game. And the reason it's so bad is because when they first made it, they had never envisioned, you know, it being as big as it was and, you know, being expanded upon so much. So, like, the fundamental... Why do you think when they make Yu-Gi-Oh... Like, look, here's a great example of why Yu-Gi-Oh is super convoluted, even before XYZ. Like, it's when they make a Yu-Gi-Oh game, they have to do one of two things. Like a video game, they have to do one of two things. They have to fundamentally change the rules so it's not bullshit, or the AI has to ask you every second, do you want to do something? Your enemy drew a card. Do you want to do something? Yes or no? Your enemy placed a card. Do you want to do it? The enemy's in their standby phase. Do you want to? They literally have to do that because the rules are so absurdly convoluted with like the timings and like the different effects and bullshit. So like they literally have to either break their own game, like Duel Links or whatever it's called, the quicker version they made. You know, they have to literally change the rules of the game so it's not as bad. Or they have to just bombard you with, do you want to do something? 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 It's so fucking dumb. And read that, like, the card text, even before XYZ, like some of the Archfiends, Their card text is so long, you have to get a magnifying glass to read it. It's like, oh no, this game's not convoluted. Like that is, I cannot even think of a more convoluted game than fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Because again, the ground rules were not future-proof in the slightest. Nothing about that game was future-proof. So they had to just like tack on and tack on and tack on, and then try to like, you know, like they literally have to like make new rules on cards because the base rules don't accommodate what they want to do with the game, right? Because like it was so simplistic and it was never supposed to be what it grew into. Like that is the worst fucking like card game. Like you know, I like a lot of the art and stuff, but like that is not a good game, right? And I'm telling you, the only reason it's popular is because one, when it came out, there was way less competition, and because of the fucking anime and the manga. That is the only reason that card game ever got a stranglehold on like the industry, right? It's not because it's some big brain, you know, 10 out of 10 card game. Like, and once it got a foothold, and you know, you kind of it sticks around, you know, name recognition and so on and so forth. I'm sure a lot of people like the anime, but that's my point, right? That's why a lot of people got into the card game in the first place. Okay, Ivan actually has a chance here. And then we got the wonders that are Magic the Gathering, although I think they're definitely better than Yu-Gi-Oh! When it comes to convoluted nonsense, but they definitely have their own problems. Land is a fun and engaging gameplay system, am I right? Nice crit, Ivan. Ivan is really reliant on those crits. This is where having like very specific command codes can come in handy. Now, I know Magic is horrid as well, but it is not as bad as Yu-Gi-Oh! It absolutely is not as bad as Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, it has problems too, but like, it translates to, you know, video games way better. They don't normally have nearly as much card text convolution, and they haven't like had to make whole cards with their own rules to make up for the base rules and stuff like that. It's not as bad. It is bad, like absolutely is bad. And I think a lot of card games that go on a long time get more convoluted as they go, just inherently, like all of them, because they keep trying to do new things to spice things up and like, oh, this is totally different than we had before, right? Because if you don't, people don't get excited and so on and so forth. So they keep making up new mechanics, but again, the base rule sets for these card games do not accommodate that kind of thing, right? They weren't designed to be future-proof. Like even a lot of digital card games these days can get convoluted when they go on long enough. So I think if we had gotten, I don't think we're gonna win here, but I think Ivan would have won here if he had gotten a little luckier. Like if we had landed some crits and stuff, we could win on this turn. Can remove my own debuff, so I might as well. That turn order! Ivan is one of those! He's one of those! He does the effect, and then he does the fucking debuff clear. Dude, I don't even get it. I guess, like, if it was a balanced decision, I don't really mind, but I honestly don't feel like it is, right? Because there's a lot of units that have multi-skill effects, and they'll do the debuff clear first, and then the other effects. But then some units don't, right? It's totally random, and it's the same for insta-death on NPs, right? Some of them do the damage, so you get your hit count, your star gen, your NP refund, and then they do the insta-death. But then some do the insta-death, then the hit count, so if it lands, you don't get it, right? And that can really screw over farming units and stuff, right? It's just like, why? It's like, why? It's so inconsistent. It's very bizarre. Like, I think Nukehead is another one where she does the effect first and the debuff clear. But there absolutely are units that that do the debuff clear first. So I bet you if we crit here, we'll be in range of where if we had crit earlier, that we would have won. Yep. Nah, yeah, absolutely. We needed one more crit here throughout anywhere in the run, pretty much, or a buster crit, another buster crit, and we won. That's actually pretty good. I'm actually kind of impressed, just because you know this is an annoying fight. Because this guy has a lot of bosses that have buff removal. Their odds of casting it aren't that high, but his odds of casting it are pretty damn high. And then they're just, you know, they have generally high attack stat, and they're annoying as fuck. So for being AoE neutral, that was respectable. And it is definitely winnable. It's definitely winnable. Like if we kept throwing Ivan at it, he would beat it eventually. And hell, if he had like really good command codes, he might be able to do it reliably. Maybe. That'd be pushing it a little bit. See, the problem though is like, okay, let's give an Alfujino being counterclassed. God damn it. But Sabers are just too easy. Sabers will just destroy this. Let's give Scath a go. We've been using Scath a lot this event. Now she's at proper neutral. Let's see how she do. If you stun the enemy, they can't remove your buffs. So there's that. Oh yeah, Jono Arc's NP does it after the invulnerability, and that was an NP, so that one's brutal. Because like if you have buff block, she'll invulnerability, no effect, then remove it. It's like, oh, thank you. I don't know how I did this, but I'm looking at my arm, and I have somehow like, it's not a deep cut, it's a pretty shallow cut, but I have a rather huge cut on my arm. Like I like dragged it across a fork or something. I have no idea how I accomplished this. Again, it's shallow, so it's not a big deal at all, but it's quite large. So and it's definitely a cut, right? It's not like a rash or anything. So I'm like, what the hell? I must have bumped into something and just not even realized. I don't even think it's fine though. Like it's super shallow. Okay. Good quick chain. Yeah, ghost, clearly. Now it's not even as deep as a paper cut. I'm thinking quick chain, actually. It's either that or art, but no, art buster quick. It's art buster quick. Because if she doesn't get cards next turn, we're gonna have a really hard time. I should not have taunted with George because the boss is AoE. Yep. And because of his defense up, he lived, so the boss will attack twice. Where if I had taunted with... Dude, as soon as I let that turn go through, I knew that oh my god. And I even got that right last time. When I did it with Ivan, I didn't fuck that up. I did it properly. I just forgot. Okay. Divine Dragon, go? Yeah, if I had just taunted with Scath instead of George, I would just straight up have more health right now. Like I would just, it'd be in the exact same situation, but I would have more health. Chat, speaking of like pain, this is something I has always perplexed me, right? I've had several injuries in my life that were somewhat severe, not like, you know, I'm gonna die, but you know, I've had some nasty, you know, I've had a concussion, I've been stabbed before, I've stepped on a Lego, and that's just devastating. But what I find super strange, and I wonder if anyone else out there has had this experience, right? You have to have, you know, had a variety of injuries to have like a frame of reference, but some of the more trivial things bother, like in terms of like, you know, at least short-term pain, or way worse, right? Like, I'm not kidding. I have stubbed my toe and had it been so much worse than when I got literally stabbed, right? And same for like Legos. Stepping on a Lego, way worse than most of those things, right? Like I've just noticed that throughout my life, that some of like the major things that are supposed to be like, oh no, you know, didn't actually hurt that much. At least you don't notice it anyway. Where, you know, some other like more mundane stuff, right, are way more obnoxious, right? I don't even know why that is, but I have very much noticed that. Hold on one second, I gotta turn a fan on. It's getting like hot in here. Weird time of year over here where like half the time it's cold and half the time it's hot. Let's see. Yeah, adrenaline can be part of it, but that depends on, like, sometimes you get, you know, in accidents and whatnot, and there's no adrenaline involved until after the fact, right? Yeah, it's true. Your feet do have loads of nerve endings, so that is a thing. Okay, so I want to evade here for the crit buff. He is absolutely going to remove it because, yeah, we have 3 buffs. That's going bye-bye, but, I mean, I might as well. Man, Scath did some damage, Jesus. Actually, did he have Divinity? I wasn't paying attention when we did our NP, because, like, damn, he's, pretty, I mean, I know we're single target, not AoE, so obviously we do more because of that, and we're gray old and all that, but, like, geez. Dragon has Divinity? That poor bastard. That explains why we did so much fucking damage. But, yeah, that poor bastard, I guess I go for our NP. I don't know, I mean, we got really nice crit chances on these busters. But, I feel like another NP is the way to go. I wish that art card had crit. Yep, hey look, he removed our buffs. Who would have, and it's his first action, man. So if I live this turn, we win. This might look weird, but I think I invulnerability here. No, I absolutely do. Because, yes, I won't have it for his NP, but he's never gonna NP. I'm either gonna win or die before that, like absolutely. And even if he removes this as his first action, that means he only is attacking twice, which means I'm more likely to live. And that's all I need, I just need to live right now. So that it's a 1,000,000% right to invulnerability here, because if he ever cast his NP, we would have messed up anyway. So this is definitely the right thing, because if I get my NP, he is dead next turn. Although I tell you what, if I had gone for crit damage last turn, and then or like, you know, just normal card damage last turn and gone for normal card damage that turn, I might have killed him there, but I'd had to have gotten really good RNG, so I don't think it was worth going for. Alright, well, he's super dead, and even if he didn't die here, we would obviously stun him, and then we have another turn, and then we would evade the NP. And then he could only remove it after the NP. So actually, she has some real excess value here. I wonder how she would have done without Divinity. Because I think she might be able to win without her anti-Divinity, because if things go well, right? Because she had a good bit of extra value there with the stun and the evade. She could have kept going a bit, so not bad. It would not, I bet you she could win without using her third skill. It would just be a kind of RNG. You would need to land the crits. You know, you need things to go well. He did, indeed. Another Lancer. Oh, going to my kitchen, boys. Time for grub. Chat, I really need to make America summary. I don't know if anyone remembers that I used to make those videos, but I really need to make America summary. I've had some ideas for that one for a long time. Some of the dialogue in that is just so easy to make memes around. And what I need is story replay though, because I need the gameplay segments to go along with the story clips, right? That's how you make it like work. And there's a few like jokes there I've had in mind for a while, and I really should do that one of these days. All right, I guess I'll just do Scath again. See how many things she can beat. It wasn't just because people kept asking for them, they just took so much time to make. I prefer doing like smaller meme videos, like the Caligula experience or whatever. That lets me do the same kind of thing, but in a more concentrated way. However, I do miss using the story bits, right? Like because I would use actual dialogue, you know, from the game, which a lot of times was just terrible. I do kind of miss that, so, oh, fucking monkeys, dude. There's 6 of them. I wonder if these guys, there's a version of the monkeys that don't remove your evade buffs and all that crap, but we'll see what these ones do. The main thing is just like a time frame, right? Because a huge part of why I don't do the summary videos is I can't make them when I feel like it. I can't work on them a bit here and a bit there because there's no story replay. So I have to record all the gameplay segments in one go. Otherwise, I have to like not go through the story, which that makes all kinds of problems for like, you know, streaming and making boss videos and all that kind of stuff. So it's just really at odds with like the normal content that I make. So if they ever add story replay, then it's way more on the table. Because then I can just work on it whenever the hell I want. Do I go for damage? Yeah, because I might be able to kill. Like, I might be able to insta-kill the middle one and then normal card down this one. They're stealing our stars. So maybe they don't steal your evade then. They didn't! What are you? Hey guys, let me just NP and then not have normal cards to hit the star monkey with. Fantastic. Do I quick up to try to kill it with raw damage? No, I don't think so. What a terrible, I like how not only did Summer Scath live, but she took 4 out of 5 cards. So pretty. Look at his pose. Like he's innocent. He's doing like not like Gareth. He's doing not like Gareth. Like, oh no, don't bully me. Oh no, feel sorry for me, chat. When he's a fucking little shit. Look at these guys. Playing to the crowd. Look at them snickering. Look at these guys. They know they're full of shit. All right, they're going to NP next turn, but I think I evade here anyway. Let's use overkill on this one, at least hopefully, to get more NP games. The music is looping, not that the song is bad or anything, but... Oh, here we go. Here's some Scath music, chat. This is Scath's theme, clearly. When she enters like the wrestling ring, this is clearly the music she would go with. If it'll ever play. 95%. There we go. Oh look! It stole my fucking evade! I hate them. I fucking hate them. They suck. Yeah, these are Kairos. Absolutely. These guys are Kairo. They fucking, you know, snicker and steal your shit. And then when you call them out on it, then they're like, oh no, he's bullying me. Oh no. And abso-fucking-lutely. Watch the other one steal my invulnerability, which I have to cast because I'm gonna get NP'd otherwise. So I don't have a choice here. This is not looking good, boys. We're about to lose to monkeys. Don't. Okay. He just took the stars. It's not too bad. I mean, I'm not happy, but I needed those. But look at him give his double defense down because one's not enough. Star Monkey E. Dude, if we lose this, imagine Scath, right? Scath losing to monkeys. Like, what are we doing here? Okay, got the insta-death. Come on, kill this one. There you go. Good. We got like no value out of our hard survival stuff though. Like, oh boy. So I want to insta-death this one, so I need to get this one lower. That's our only chance of living though. I can evade his NP if he gets it, but we need that not to happen. Alright, get your NP, let's go. We can do this. Oh, nice crit on art card, very good. There go my stars again. I didn't, I didn't get her NP. Okay, yeah, that'd have been nice, Gath. We could have just killed that one, right? Didn't land either of the buffs. Fantastic. Setting a great example for your students here, Scath. Showing them how to not be reliable. Scath was actually Hans's teacher this whole time. Why does it have to be double defense down? Why couldn't it just be like one larger defense down? I swear it's because some people only remove one debuff at a time and they know this makes it worse. Alright, if she doesn't insta-kill, we lose. Because I don't think she'll do 85k without her second skill. These little monsters. So I could do Buster NP, because the extra attack will kill Monkey F. So I might as well try, in case, you know, we have to do raw nuke damage, might as well try to get enough. Because we have, okay, she might get it now, 54k. Because she's just got to be able to kill this thing one way or the other. Okay, look at that, that's enough. I'm glad I made that decision, because 71k wasn't enough. So if I had done like, you know, NP then other cards, she would have hit it and then not target switched. And the other monkey probably would have killed us because not only do we only have 5,400 health, but we had double defense down. So we were pretty likely to get clapped there. Dude, we almost lost to monkeys. That's star cows, star dogs, and frickin' star monkeys. Oh yeah, we can buy these. I think we need to get like the Tam Cat one. Wow, you can already get the Liz one. That's crazy, because the Liz one is the hardest one. Like, the other two major ones are not even that bad, really. If you fear the Liz one, you can just wait until you get the event CEs, though. That makes it a lot easier. Like when you get these right here, because these will make it a lot easier. You can do it without, especially if you have access to like God Juna, Raiko, Merlin, you know, if you're summoning one of those and you have the other or whatever, that'll make it a lot easier. You can probably do it pretty easily though by just summoning a friend's God Juna, as long as you have your own like Chen Gong and Hans and stuff. By the way, dude, fuck those people that say you don't need to level the budget supports. Because like the Liz challenge quest and the final challenge quest of this event, the Shadow Knights of the Round Table, those kind of stages are exactly why you need your own supports. Because if you don't have God Juna or you don't have Raiko or something like that, one of the best things you can summon is those things. And that means you're not going to be able to summon Merlin or Waver or whatever. And then so making sure you have Chin Gong to work with them, Hans, Mash, David, it's really important. And a lot of times if you just summon Merlin, it's not enough. Merlin's awesome and super OP and makes things a lot easier. But if you have dog shit, like you have literal dog shit, like you have none of the budget supports, right? And maybe you've got a decent like AoE Berserker or something, and then you summon Merlin or Waver, and but that's it. That's all you've got. A lot of times that's not going to work very well, right? You're going to need that whatever best AoE unit you have, the Merlin you summoned, and then you need backup from, you know, Chen Gong, David, Hans, Mash, whatever, right? Whatever combo. but that's really important to have that stuff. And it is so crazy to me that people keep acting like Hans is not worth it when he absolutely is. Qin Gong absolutely is, and everyone says, "Oh, Qin's worth it because he can be good at farming." That's not why. That's not why. Like, especially for most normal players, right? Most normal players are not going to use Qin Gong that much for the cycling, right? You might use it some, but that's not the major reason you use him. You use him for the brute force, straightforward value as a budget support, with the buster up, the defense up, the damage cut, the battery, the crit down, the taunt, right? That's why you really want Qin Gong. The cycling stuff is just a bonus. You can make Kiyohime Merlin work. If you had a good Kiyohime, because like any AoE Berserker, I stand by this. I think any halfway decent AoE Berserker can work for the Shadow Knights of the Round Table if you summon Merlin, as long as the rest of the units are decent. But for example, let's say you had Kiyohime 10-10-10, right? So really max out Kiyohime, and you summoned a Merlin, but then you didn't have any of the budget supports. It's not necessarily going to work unless the other 4 units are all really good self-sufficient DPS, like really good. But if you don't have any of the budget supports, you're going to have a really bad time, even with Merlin. Like, it's not just, oh, Merlin, I win, right? You need to have other things to work with them to an extent. Okay, we got another free quest. We'll do that. Let me get Watcher here real quick. I'll be back in just a second. I do wonder, though, how the player base is going to do against the Shadow Knights. Merlin was so good, so everyone rolled on him, and all these other supports, so we'll probably be okay, but we'll see. There will be some degree of bitching. Honestly, I really feel like the Shadow Knights of the Round Table are only a bit bullshit if you're a player like me or someone like that that doesn't want to use the OP stuff, right? They don't want to use Merlin and Waver and all that. They're trying to do a more budgety setup, right? But even if you're a free-to-play with bad luck and you personally don't have any like really rare stuff that's applicable to the fight, like you have some rare stuff but it's not applicable to that challenge quest, I think you can still beat it, because you can summon Merlin from a friend and you can summon God Juna or Raiko, and so as long as you've done your due diligence and you've leveled your Mash, your Qin Gong, your David, that kind of stuff, I think anybody can beat it. I mean that. Like, now you can't necessarily beat it without summoning God Juna, Raiko, or Merlin if you've got a weaker account. But if you do summon one of those things, I think as long as you understand the fight, you know the gimmicks, you're making sure you're getting good value, you make a decent team, I think anybody can do it. It is kind of bullshit, though, when you cut out the OP stuff, right? If you don't use God Juna or Waver or Merlin, whatever, then it is a bit dumb, right? It is a bit, RNG heavy and obnoxious. Okay, got a Archer stage. Do I have any other free quests that we skipped over? Okay, we got that. We'll do that in a second. So no, we'll do this 5 times, because it's generally good to do each major free quest at least 5 times. That'll get most of the missions done. I think you have to go back and do a few, but... If you have your own God Juna, even if his skills aren't maxed, you could then summon a Merlin and you're in really good shape. Again, you're still going to want Qin Gong, David, that kind of stuff, but you'll be fine. I've been having fun in Saber Wars. It's been a good time. Alright, so this stage, well, I have no idea what mat it's going to drop. I'm going to guess bronze, just cuz. I have no idea. I could, you know what? We could go with the hairs just because until we know what it drops, the hairs is a safe bet. So that's reasonable. So we'll summon a support that does that. Do I even have... I'm not sure I even have an AoE Lancer on this account. Because the budget ones really aren't that good. And then the rarer ones that I might have would be like Liz, and I don't like Liz. Boy, I really need to level this Musashi on this account because this account is lacking on AoE quite a bit. And I can't use... Because a lot of times I can use Mordred at neutral and it's fine, but that won't work here. I could try Cleopatra at neutral. That's kind of an interesting one. She doesn't work with Scatty at all. What are my other options here? Yeah, pretty limited AoE. We got Attila. Attila? What am I saying? Atalante. Boy, I'm insulting Attila over here. Yeah, we might just try that. Let's see if that works. We have two damage team CEs, right? What could go wrong? Yeah, Artorium is just hair. Yeah, I think I do have Gajuna on this account, actually. I got him when I was rolling for Asclepius. Still didn't get Hot Wheels, though. Out of all the times I've rolled on that banner on the different accounts, never gotten a Hot Wheels from it. 24k, probably Arash first. If these get too high on stats, I might need to actually use the Switch Mystic Code, but we shall see. I'm just glad a lot of my friends have Hot Wheels and they got them 10, 10, 10, good NP rank, all that. So if I want to use them for a video or on stream, it's not a big deal because I really do like Hot Wheels. He's awesome. Oh boy, 92k. That's a bit of a problem. Don't really need to cast that, but I doubt this is gonna kill. Yeah, we'll need like Waver or something to make this better. Close, but not enough. She might kill it though. Yeah, she got it. Oh, that's right. The normal cards get the damage CE too. That's not a cow. I know, right? Sheep are friends. She'll probably kill. She might need normal cards to do it, but... Let me look, what are the mats on Summer Musashi? I've never really paid attention. I've never had her on an account before. I never really planned on getting her either, so... let's see. She is... Seashells, which is no problem. Giant rings, which is no problem. Then hero proofs, that's a fucking problem. Mirrors, that's not a problem. So pretty easy except for the hero proofs, which are a big yikes. I have no idea though where this account is at with skill gems and stuff like that. I have not a clue. I'm not sure I even got XP cards and stuff. Let's check. Let's see if we can level her up. I can even buy stuff from the shop here if I want to. Kind of cool that I have her on this account though. I'm not gonna like Zerg upgrade her right now because I doubt I have all the stuff. But in the long run, I might try to get her pretty upgraded just because she's something different. I like doing that on my ults these days where, you know, I level things that I don't have in my main just to mix it up. And she's got pretty damn good gameplay in my opinion. And this account is clearly lacking in, Hey look! Mirrors! How about that? No hero proofs, unfortunately. Let's see what's in these. These normally give you at least some skill gems. Not a lot though, but the... Is there one for... There we go. Saber, Assassin, Archer. Damn it. I bet you those are the ones that Space Ishtar needs. That's probably why it's those classes. And then obviously Calamity Jane. Why they gotta be like that? Oh, there's another free quest. That one's Lancer. That'll be so much easier because we have Mordred and whatnot. Alright, let's see what we can do with Sasha here. Oh, she's already level 60. That's not too bad. Oh, I didn't take the XP out of the box. Okay. Oh, right. I think I still have some lottery stuff in here or something. I might just be logins. I don't know. Fine, just take everything. Chat, imagine when they did like cool art like this. Imagine if the CE effect was an absolute garbage. And like, it doesn't even have to be meta. I wish they were like placeholders for new accounts, right? You do stuff like 10 star bomb, right? Give it like 300 stats. And then it makes 10 stars when the unit hits the field, right? That's like inferior to a proper star bomb, but that's a really nice hold you over, right? Until they do a proper star bomb CE, and you could do like, you know, 50% starting NP with, you know, very side effect, right? But it's something, right? Like just things like that would be very promo CEs like that would be such a great way to like help new accounts out and then make the promo CEs not total garbage. And it actually would attract new players, right? So, or people wanting to come back and that kind of stuff. So, like, do something. Yeah, they've had a couple of promo CEs that had some kind of okay effects, but that was a long time ago. And they weren't even that good, but, yeah, they had one with, like, attack up, but it had terrible stats. And then there's the Sakura one that, it has, like, some starting NP, like 40%, and then, like, 10% quick up. But then it's 100 to 100. So, I'm glad that stage exists because it's just more serious, right? So if you don't want to be the American weeb Musashi, you don't have to. I just wish though you had a more serious NP like the third stage has without being the third stage. Because I don't like the third stage. But what are you gonna do? Yeah, Avengers are like lots of mats. It's rulers that do multi-class stuff. Although I don't, there might be an exception to that. I don't remember. They every once in a while they do weird shit on units. Kind of a goodish bad thing, right? Like if you happen to have the mats that an Avenger needs, it's like, hey, I don't even need skill gems and just free 10-10-10. But they can be really intensive on mats too, so just depends. And then rulers are just, they don't even need mats, they just need skill gems, but they need 3 skill gems at a time if I remember correctly, so 2 or 3, and that really sucks. We probably don't have enough to get to 90. We'll see. See, what I wish I could do for like videos, if I ever put Musashi in a video, is edit the stage 3 NP if I'm using her stage 2. But because of where the damage numbers pop up, you couldn't do that. because you'd have to show an incorrect amount of damage, which, you know, then people are going to be like, you're cheating and blah 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 blah, so it's unfortunate. Well, we got to the final ascension. The question is, how far along can we go? I've never actually played Xenoblade. I'm gonna make chat mad, and I'm not using that final ascension, by the way. I normally don't, right? If you look at most of my servants on my main account, I don't use final ascensions that much. I use them some, like I use Billy's and like Enkidu's and stuff, but I don't use that many. Now, if we can get some like luck here, so we get great successes or super successes, that would be really good. Because we don't have that much XP sitting on us right now. Yeah, proofs are the only mat on her that are a big yikes. Everything else is fine. I'm surprised by that, honestly. Come on, game. Give me one. Just give me one. No, I'm not happening. It looks like, though, she doesn't get that many stats from her last levels. She's got one of those growth curves, it looks like. Like, she doesn't get, like, pennies. Like, some people get nothing from their final 10 levels. She's not, like, that low, but... I don't normally use silvers. I shouldn't, because, this account actually does not have that many mana prisms, because I don't fucking play this account, so... Let's not be that stupid. Watch, I swear, if this gets a great success, I'm gonna be pissed. Okay. That would have been so lame, dude. Well, we've got a AoE unit there now. She is NP1, so not that great, but... And, you know, 1-1-1 skills. Trying to think what I should level first on her skills, because I might not have the skill gems. I'll worry about that later. Ember eating music, yeah. Alright, let's do this a few times. I might do that Lancer one off stream, we'll see. We might need to do it to progress, though. Could at least do it once. What did this stage drop? Gold and silver. I might just stick with the hair then for now. Because I bet you it doesn't drop that much gold. I mean, the hair CE is kind of rare. We'll do gold. We'll see what happens. Let's see how Masashi does. Even though I didn't level her skills, but let's see if she does all right. Look at that, level 87. Okay, let me at least level her skills a little bit, just because I'm sure I've got the blue gems and stuff. So let's not make it a complete catastrophe here, because she is in P1. Alright, let me look at her stuff here. That is the wrong class. I went to Avenger on accident there. It's like, that's not right. Okay, we want... The way I'm gonna use her, probably her third skill. I don't know, it depends. I mean, for like pure practicality, the second skill is actually really good, but I think we'll do the third one. Get the damage. Yeah, that's fine. For pure challenge quest stuff, especially if you're not working with stronger supports, the first skill can be really good just to help keep you alive. Once I get those... Dude, I just realized I've missed, though, all of the mirrors from all the events. Like, I don't think I've ever done an event shop that gave mirrors, which is kind of bad, but once I get the mirrors from this shop, I should be able to get 1 or 2 skills up. Oh boy, we don't have a lot of gems. I'll probably just keep these at 555 until I'm like, okay, I really need to be like ready for X or Y content. No reason to commit to anything. Because, you know, I don't need the damage for farming, ultimately. Because it's like, oh no, if you 4-turn, who cares? And if I want to use it for a challenge quest or a video or a solo, then it can, like, matter what's what. Alright, let's see what our NP1 damage is like. Now, to be fair to her, when we used Attila, why I keep saying Attila? Atalante, where is this coming from? It's because I badmouthed their last stream. Anyway, Atalante had double, you know, team-wide damage CE, where Musashi's not going to have that. That's going to make Spartacus have a harder time. Yeah, ult life. Some of my ults are so scuffed. Some of them are not, though. Some of them are in good shape. That was, chat, that was so weird. So Spartacus kept talking while Arash was casting his skills, and it's the same voice actor. That was really weird, right? Because that kind of threw me off. I'm like, wait a minute, because like if it's the character and they cast a skill, it cancels out their intro line, but he's still talking. All right, it's because it's Spartacus, right? That was weird. Oh, Marcellus, thank you for the sub, dude. Sorry, I was out of it there. Thank you for the 18 months too. I mean, I wouldn't say only God. I mean, MP4 is good. Like, MP3 is when you peak on NP damage, so 4 is no big deal. Like, you're barely any different between 4 and 5, so. Yeah, Arash, Spartacus, Gilius, all the same voice actor. I think there's a couple other ones I'm forgetting. True, if you want coins down the road, then more copies are actually important, so that's true. Well, the good news is, before the coin system, man, he did 20k less, that's rough. But before the coin system, you get a chance to roll for Calamity Jane again. So if it's like you're one of your favorite characters, right, and you're wanting to unlock all the coin stuff, then you get another chance. And if she's not one of your absolute favorites, then you're not going to 120 her anyway, and you don't need as many coins. This should kill. Who needs to be in P2? We got this. Hit Wonder to hit as hard as possible. I mean, she basically hits as hard as possible at NP4. Like, sure, it's nice to get that extra bit, right? But it's not that big of a deal. This NP voice line is so bad. So bad. Oh god, Masashi, please. Oh, did not kill. I mean, she'll kill here, but not quite enough.
That does show what I'm talking about, though. You know, NP1, you know, it's not that great of damage. It's the best. Yeah, I'm sure some people like it. Definitely in character for how ridiculous Summer Masashi is. Gun sword, yep. Dude, I need to pay attention to how many. Well, let's do this to see the damage difference, but also I kind of want the hair. I'm not sure we really need to get the gold drops right now. Nope, Grayling does not give the unit coins. That would be too nice of them. They would not, you know, they would not do that. The only work thing you can do to get coins is bond. Going to bond 15. Like bond 1 to 10 does not give very many coins, but it gives some. But then bond 11 to 15, that actually does give a decent number. But it's unbelievably slow, and it's not even enough, right? 11 to 10 does not like get you a lot of stuff at all. It's just something. I think if you bond 15 somebody and you only have like their default coins, you can get one passive and that's it. Like if you have bond 15 Rider Kentoki, you can get one passive and that's it. You can't do anything else. Like you can't grail them beyond 100 or any of that. You get A level? That's kind of sad. And it takes so long to get bond 15. It's not ideal. Like I don't even have bond 15 on Ku. I'm close. I almost have it, but I'm not there yet. I did not need that defense down. I could have just saved that. I mean, you do not only need one passive. That is some bullshit. Depends on the unit, but there's all kinds of units that want all three of their passives. Like Ku. All three of Ku's passives are super good. There's loads of units like that. Almost every unit wants at least two, and then if their third passive is any good or not depends. The third passive is like the least good most of the time. But basically everybody that got anti-berserker is actually really good. And then also every once in a while you have units like Stheno that actually got their counter class. And you have Hyde, Jekyll and Hyde, they got their counter class. Right? There's a few that their third skill is really, really good. But like Ku, like Jesus, all three of Ku's are so good. Ku is already a really good berserker killer, and then his third passive is more damage against berserkers. That's huge. And then one of the hardest bosses in the game is a fucking berserker. And then Ku is the best budget option. I'm not exaggerating. Ku is the best DPS option for budget against Fluffy. No question. It's not even close. It's not even remotely close. Like Ku is the best free-to-play option against Fluffy. And then his third passive, which I didn't have, but his third passive makes him even better against Fluffy. So it's really good. And then everybody wants the battery, obviously. The battery one is good. And then any kind of unit that you're going to solo with or last man stand with, or just use as your main DPS, you want the extra attack. Because there's plenty of extra attacks hit fucking hard, man. And if, let's say you're on a team, right? You're in a team setting, so you're not going to get your extra attack as often. If you just NP often, you're still going to extra attack a lot. And it's because every time you get an NP, you only need 2 cards to get your extra attack, and that means more NP gain, you know, more damage, so on and so forth. And there's plenty of hard content and whatnot where if you can throw out those big chunky extra attacks, it matters. And if it's your absolute favorite character, right, of course you want to get the extra attack damage, because it adds up a lot. Like, damn, it's quite, because especially in solo and last man standing, because people act like soloing, oh, people only solo for funsies. Like, you use last man stand on teams all the time. And let's say your last man standing, you know, Hijikata or Hercules, Hot Wheels, Ku, whatever it is. Let's say they live 3 or 4 turns, that's 3 or 4 extra attacks. That adds up quite a lot. But yeah, the anti-berserker third passive is really good. It's really good, because there's plenty of nasty ass berserker bosses out there. Then if your favorite DPS is now chunking them even more, it's what, 30% attack up against berserkers? That is no joke. If I remember correctly, the extra attack boost is 50%. But it stacks with like the first card buster bonus, 3 of a kind bonus, things like that. So there's a lot of ways to make your extra attack hit harder as is, and then you throw in a 50% damage up, then you're really getting somewhere. I think I do the defense down here just because I don't think we need it on the last wave. Yeah, honestly, Charlotte getting anti-berserker is nice because if you're a Charlotte fan, that's going to be noticeable, right? When you fight, if you're a big Charlotte fan and you're fighting a big bad berserker, be it a challenge quest, main story, it's pretty likely you're going to want to use Charlotte because she's totally usable against berserkers. And then having a free 30% attack up, you know, all the time, that's pretty nice. If 120 is better versus the passives, it's really a unit by unit basis, right? It's not uniform. Yeah, I cannot believe Enkidu got anti-berserker. That is so powerful because he's already one of the strongest lancers in terms of just straight oomph. And then he has so many niches already. He's already, you know, divinity killer, threat to humanity killer, right? Those are really powerful niches for him. Like his anti-divinity stun is way better than Scath's stun because he NPs more often than she does, and his raw kit is better than hers. So him gaining stun is absurd, right? Scath is like balanced around her having stun, where Enkidu's not. So him getting stun is crazy. And then the anti-threat to humanity is nuts. And then now he also has a giant bonus against berserkers too. And berserkers can also be have divinity or threat to humanity, right? So it's just nonsense. Like there's so many things in one place on Enkidu. You know, I am rather glad that I got Summer Musashi. She's something I never tried to get, but her gameplay is quite different, and I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what I can do with her. And people are always acting like she's bad because she drains her health, when it literally doesn't matter because she's a berserker and you're just going to use the guts as your survival safety net regardless of your health anyway. And then she also has an evade and everything, so her survival is actually better than most berserkers, even with the health drain. You know, if Ort is a fightable boss, because Ort is definitely in FGO, right? He's definitely going to be in Lost Belt 7, unless they really pull the rug underneath us, but out from underneath us. But that doesn't necessarily mean we're going to fight him. We probably would, because I don't think Nasu could resist, but if that does happen, he probably will have threat to humanity. I very much think so. And he'll probably still be super hard, and they'll probably give him no class or, you know, whatever, but Enkidu will probably be a good option there. But you never know, you gotta actually see what the boss's, you know, gimmicks are and stuff. Because single target might be bad, you know, Buster could be bad, evade could be bad, debuffs could be bad, right? You never know. I think this is the last time I need to do this. I did it once with Atalante. I've done it, this is at least my 3rd time doing it with Musashi, but it might be my 4th. And if it's my 4th, then this is the last one. I kind of wasn't keeping track there. Yeah, he'll probably be very large. The only way he wouldn't be is if the plot is all like, you know, alien god fused with Ort and turned into like Ort, Ogla, right? And it's like humanoid looking for some fucking reason, right? Or some dumb shit like that. Ort, but small anime girl, right? Yeah, it's been a meme for a while anyway. There's like fan art of that a long time ago and it's stuck for some fucking reason. Some people think that's official art too, I'm serious. I've absolutely seen people that think that was like a joke thing that the official artists did, but it is not. I doubt Ort will be harder than Fluffy, not even by design, just by... I think Fluffy's a bit harder than they intended, and that happens all the time in FGO, like, where, like, Guadia is not the hardest boss of 1.0, he's just not, right? He's not a complete pushover, but he's not the hardest, and that happens all the time. where like lore-wise, the boss that's supposed to be harder in a certain singularity is not the hardest one in that singularity. That's happened almost every single singularity, actually, so... I do expect them to be hard, though, but you never know. Sometimes they make hard fights like more of a lore thing, where you get like some broken thing gameplay-wise, you know, because of a story thing, and they're making the fight more of like a lore moment, kind of like Karna versus Arjuna. It could be one of those, and then it wouldn't actually be that hard. Who's the hardest boss in 1.0? I mean, it's really going to come down to the account, right? Like what you happen to have. That's always the case, because apples and oranges end up being more impactful than the raw value of the boss, right? Like just straight up. But I would say like the usual suspects are going to be like what's her name? Quetz, Gwaine, but he's pretty easy if you just summon a good archer. Sometimes Lion King. I would say Amun-Ra. I think Amun-Ra can be up there. Yeah, Earthquake Ushi. Yeah, Earthquake Ushi can be annoying, especially for weaker accounts, right? But yeah, Quetz and those I just mentioned, those definitely stand out. All of those have ways that you can make them very easy, like summoning Herc and things like that, but that's true for most bosses, right? There's no boss in 1.0 that's just like, oh god, this is so nasty, right? Just because of the support system. But yeah, Corrupted Ushi, Quetz, Gwaine, Lion King, Amun-Ra, definitely Amun-Ra. Camelot Sphinx, don't even.
ご機嫌はいかがかな?
But none of those things that we just mentioned are like the most powerful things in 1.0. The most powerful things in 1.0 are Tiamat. I would say Tiamat is the strongest thing in 1.0, like lore-wise. And then Guadia and like Lion King. Lion King is up there. She is really, really powerful.
宇宙のならず者がまた一人発見されたようだ。旅は続いているかな？そのなんだ。
Tiamat can be hard for a really scuffed new account, because if you're scuffed, the fight goes on longer, and if the fight goes on longer, her gimmicks actually start getting really nasty. Like the dots really start to add up. If the fight goes on a long time, you can just explode in one turn from the dots, and then you can just like gone, right? You just evaporate, right? And so I've seen some people struggle with Tiamat, but generally Tiamat's pretty easy. I don't know why there's no subtitles for Tokiomi. Maybe they're gonna patch them in later. Like maybe they were like behind for some reason. That's the only thing I can think of. All right, this is farming. This is not. So yet again, I don't know what the drop. Probably bronze, but we'll do the hair again just to be safe. But because it is. Because it's Lancer, this should be quite easy. I don't actually have to use Spartacus here. Oh fuck, though Arash is bad here. That means I probably should do the Switch Mysticode then. I can do Medusa, I can do a VC Brawn, I can do a variety of things. Could do Qin Gong. Qin Gong could probably take out the first wave. No real need for that though. Well, actually, if the second wave happens to be tanky, he can buff Spartacus. Okay, it's kind of fun. So let's see. The only problem with this though, you don't have passives yet, and I don't have Super Scope, so he'd only be at 90%. So then Spartacus would have to go first, which that is not what we want. So maybe we don't Qin Gong. That's unfortunate. I'm pretty sure Reshigal has a character material book. I'm like 90% sure. That'd be crazy if she didn't, because she's so popular. So a VC Brawn does not have his upgraded NP, so I'm thinking we do Medusa here. And then I have to use switch, but what are you gonna do? Now what I could do is summon Waver, and then you Qingong Waver, right? Because Waver gives battery to Qingong. That's probably better, but I don't want to have to rely on always getting a Waver. But that would be a pretty reliable way of setting this up. And then you don't need to switch Mystic Code. And surely we're not gonna need that. They're like never gonna give regular Medusa or Medea main story time because they always avoid Fate's Day Night stuff. Other than Curse Arm, but that's because Curse Arm barely got any screen time back in the day. And Natsu even said that a long time ago. Now that was so long ago that their stance might have changed on it, you know, once enough time goes by, but I don't think Natsu's particularly keen. I think the only chance of them getting used is if, because other writers write some of the stories, right? Natsu only writes this, only a story here and there. And so another writer might be like, really like, man, it just works too well to use Medusa here. We gotta let me use Medusa, right? So that might happen at some point. This one's got 100k. I probably do need to make my teams a bit better now. Second waves are making problems. Honestly, a lot of stuff in Fate's Day Night didn't really get good development, like screen time. And half the fun is seeing the new interact with the old, right? So I really don't like their stance on Fate's Day Night. Yeah, really the only time they use Fate's Day Night is in Guda Guda, and it's a joke, so they don't do anything serious. Practitioner of Light. Well, I know what they're referencing there. The funny thing is, Ku doesn't see himself that way because in most of the legends, he does not even know Loph is his father. I've always wondered about this because they never talk about it, they don't bring it up. I don't think they even thought about it. But when Ku is, now, okay, when you're summoned as a servant into the modern era, the Grail gives you some modern information, like when you're summoned, so you're not like confused, so you understand what a car is, right? And I think it gives them some modern understanding of legends. That's why you have like Dyrmid knowing what Excalibur is, right? Because it's so famous, like any servant is going to be aware of it because they're given like general understanding of that stuff. So it's possible that when Ku is summoned, he understands the modern, knowing him as like the child of light and all that, right? But really, if you summon Ku, he shouldn't know any of that, right? It depends on, I guess, what age range he's at and everything, but in most of the stories, he does not know that he's Loph's son. Now, I think there are some stories where he knows, but they've never really addressed any of that, though, in Fate. But yeah, because when he gets summoned in Fate's Day Night, Ortoria knows him as, child of light, more so than anything else. And if you think about it from his perspective, that's really weird, right? I would hate it if Ku Ulter's NP was Warp Spasm. That would be so stupid. Because he's not Berserker Ku, right? That's the point. He's not proper Berserker Ku. So if that would be so insulting. That would be so fucking insulting. Because, no, first off, Warp Spasm absolutely exists in Fate because they've mentioned it several times. And regular Berserker Ku has it, they've straight said that. And that would just be so lame because Ku Ulter is like fanfiction Ku. That's just a fact, that's what he is. Like in lore, that's what he is. He's Mev fanfiction. And if they established that there was proper Berserker Warp Spasm Ku in Fate's Day Night, the visual novel, they established that. So then when you get around to doing Berserker Ku, instead of giving you that, you do fanfiction Ku instead, but then you give him Warp Spasm. That's just so lame because now you're never getting regular Berserker Ku, and then you're going to warp people's, pardon the pun, you're going to warp people's perception of, everyone's going to think that's normal Berserker Ku, which it's not, right? If you're going to make fanfiction Ku Ulter, I'm not a big fan of that to begin with, but if you're going to do it, don't dirty the normal Berserker coup while you're at it, right? Just do, if you're gonna do fanfiction coup, just do fanfiction coup, right? We don't need to slap in the actual Berserker coup abilities in there too, because then we're never getting Berserker coup, and that's just a slap in the face. I think there is a chance we're gonna get regular Berserker coup someday, because they've mentioned it several times. Might definitely not happening in 2.0 though, I can say that. If it does happen, it'd be 3.0 or later, or it'd be in a different Fate work, like a book or something. But they have mentioned it several times. Alright, let's see, I only did this once. So it looks like it only drops bronze stuff. It's actually a good time to bring bronze boost. That'll make farming it harder, but this is definitely a good time for bronze boost. And then nobody has it. Damn it. Well, if I see a waiver with hair boost, I'll just go with that instead. Well, there's Scath with bronze boost, but there we go. I could bring my own. Could cut the damage thing. It'd make our run slower, but it's more efficient AP-wise, and that's what I care about, so... I might need to make this setup better then. Let's see. We do this. I think we're actually gonna Shin-Gong here. Now, if I do this, it's less clicks, but Spartacus will do less damage. Not that much less. We'll do it. We'll do it anyway. So I don't need the Switch Mystic Code. This Anniversary Blonde, fuck it. Go big. J-Bit's Berserker to be coup. There's no way, because of they already used Caster coup. There will be no more coup in 2.0, I'm quite sure. I wish that wasn't the case, but you know, if they use Caster coup, that's it. It's hard enough to get them to do that, I imagine. That music, though. Get out of here, Waver. Dude, if they ever add Richard the Lionheart, I could be doing like the most dramatic, like major boss fight, right? Like we're fighting Ort, right? And Richard's in the back row. Someone dies, Richard joins in, boom, this music. It does not matter. Wow, Chin didn't kill. You're killing me, Chin. Should have grailed. But yeah, it doesn't matter how serious the circumstance. If we use Richard, this song gets used at least once in like every video. The thing is, you never get a grand. I don't know, don't make me do the grand rant again, right? Like, no characters are a grand. They just can be a grand. And then like in the story, they're temporarily a grand. But when you summon them, they're not a grand. We've never summoned a grand ever, right? Like when you summon King Hassan, he's not a grand anymore. When you summon Romulus, he's not a grand anymore. That's just how it, you know, Chaldea cannot summon grands. The world summons grands. And it's just a temporary thing for when the world summons them. But if you summon them in Fate's Day Night, you summon them in a normal Grail War, Chaldea summons them, they're never going to be grands. So, yeah, sure, we might see, you know, a Grand Berserker in the story, but we're certainly not seeing a Grand Berserker from our dumbasses. Although maybe at the very end, they'll have some stupid shit where, like in Lost Belt 7 or Lost Belt Hidden 8 or whatever, you know, we somehow get like hooked up to the world and we somehow bullshit summon a, you know, that's so, we summon 7 grands, right? You know, some dog shit like that. I really should have given Shin-Gong the more damage because I can buff Spartacus, so obviously he doesn't need it. So I don't really know what I was thinking with that. But I don't have the damage CEs, and if I did have it, then I wouldn't have to worry about it either way. I bet you Arthur and Artoria can be a Grand, but that doesn't mean we'll see them as Grands. But it wouldn't shock me at all if they meet the requirements. Boy, we're really suffering over here with this setup. This didn't really work out the way I wanted it to, but not having the damage CE was a big part of it. It would have worked with the damage CE, I think. This song brings back horrendous memory. Dude, some of those special stages in Super Mario Sunshine, man, they were some nightmare fuel. First off, again, as I just said, there is no The Grand Saber. You know, there's many of them. And, I don't think we know who's gonna voice them. I don't think that's a thing. I don't think they've hinted at Grand Saber in any way. Wouldn't shock me if they do some Artoria stuff with her being like, you know, on the promo for Lost Belt 2, and then us making a physical version of Excalibur and all that, right? It wouldn't shock me if they do that. Wow, we didn't even kill there. I could have if I had bothered to cast the crit stars and stuff. Well, this run was scuffed as hell. Yeah, that was the second run, I think. Speaking of Artoria. I think if there's one Fates Tonight person they might use in a major way, it's Artoria, just because she's so popular, people have been asking for it, and again, she is on the promo, but I don't know. I'm not going to be shocked either way. I'm not going to be surprised Pikachu if we get through all of the Lost Belts and we never see regular Artoria, right? But I'm also not going to be surprised Pikachu if she shows up at some point and Excalibur's, you know, a bitch. Okay, I'm just gonna do that, cause fuck it. I could do a second one, and then it'll be really easy. But I don't think we need it, and it's nice to, well, it's nice to get the hairs too. I'm trying to think what I need more, hairs or bronze mats. Probably hairs in the short term, because if I want to, I can just farm bronze mats later, and I've got 2 of the CE, so we'll just do this. And this will make it pretty easy to clear. I do not think Mash is getting Slash Emperor, and that would be so dumb. That would be so dumb. That would, oh my, just don't even, they already did Black Barrel, right? That's enough. Like, at most you might get, like, you know, proper Black Barrel instead of, like, shitty replica, but, that would just be so dumb if she got Slash Emperor, dude. Can you just imagine she does like the famous pose and everything and it's just a fucking eggplant? Try hard serious face mash. Just cuts Orton in half. Grand eggplant. Some cursed stuff, chat. Dual wielding Slash Emperor and Black Barrel. It's like Black Barrel's not enough. You gotta take his shields down with Black Barrel, and you gotta get him with the other hand. Imagine the sword she's had in the sheath this whole time. She just whips it out, and like the blade just extends, and it's just massive, and it's suddenly Slash Emperor. Like, guys, we planned this, guys. Guys, we didn't pull this out of our ass. This was foreshadowing, guys. Look at me, senpai. I like the water gun for Black Barrel. Now we're just casually doing 1,000,000 damage. Okay, I need to do this 2 more times. This drops a lot of bronze though. It's pretty tempting to go the bronze route, but I know, and I don't remember how much you need in total, but I know throughout the total event you do need a lot of the hairs. But I am maybe going overboard on the hair farming here. Okay, that's, I don't, look. No! I wanted to, fuck! I wanted to put in I was gonna go ham here. Fuck! I was gonna bring my other bronze one. Cause right now I have +3 drop, I was gonna have +4 drop. Fuck! I was like, I don't even care if it's a slower run, I want the loot now. God damn it. Well, I played myself. Dude, I have to give the raw 50% battery to Qingong. That's so shitty. Thankfully, Mordred's got her own battery, so it's not a big deal, but actually I can just do it like this. I mean, technically this way, we still get +3 drop, and we get the hair boost. But, now that I think about it, oh, fuck. But anyway, now that, I got Artoria on the team, so I think we're fine on the hair stuff. I don't really need to bring hair boosting drops. I don't think. I don't remember in this event ever being like, oh no, I can't progress because I don't have enough hair, right? Wait, is my Chin in P1? I would think I would have more copies of him by now. Maybe I did and I just haven't, like, used them. I'll check. Because I remember when he first came out on NA, I really did have bad luck getting him, and it did not go very well. And also, you save an extra copy at level 1, obviously. So, I wonder if I just haven't gotten other copies. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even log into NA most days, so I don't do my free FP roll. Yeah, Artoria's +2. But it's only vanilla Artoria. It doesn't work if it's MHX or Bunny Artoria or any of that. If you want to though, and you bring Artoria, and then you summon a friend that has Artoria, and they have a limit broken hair boost CE, and then you bring your hair boosting CEs in like one stage, you could just get like 1 billion hair and never need to farm it again, so. Oh, Arknight's music is looping. Hold up. Good song, but we'll mix it up here. Here, we'll get that music Beastly was able to rip from the game because they never put the soundtrack out. That good stuff. It is weird they never put the soundtrack out because because it was up to Bamco, right? Bamco, it was up to them what they did with the soundtrack. And FromSoft is pretty known for having, you know, bopping music. So I think it was a real mistake of them not to put out the music. It's too late now because it's, you know, the game is so old. It's no focus on it anymore. Okay, I think I got to do that stage one more time. Let's check up on our Qingong. Wow, our Qingong is in P1, and I don't have an extra because that's the level 1 one, which I should probably lock. Fuck. Are you kidding me? Dude, that's awful. Come on, at least give me NP2, because then he'd be killing no problem, I think. And I don't really want to roll FP right now because I'm legitimately wanting to. Okay, I got a free one, but I'm legitimately wanting to save up, you know, FP over time. Oh, easy, easy. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that, chat. We got another event CE. Oh, streamer privilege, man. It feels so good. You know, DW just hooks you up. You know, you're sending your application and you show them that you're a content creator and they just hook you up and give you better rates. It's awesome, dude. Makes life so much easier. Just like that. Easy peasy, boys. Sponsored by DW, yeah. Dude, I'm not kidding. There was this guy. Oh my god. So I don't remember what video it was on, but it was one of those like harder main story fights like Demeter or Zeus or you know, Lost Belt 3 or something. It was one of those. And this guy was just going on about like how the game is so anti-free to play and you can't get through anything as a free to play. You have to whale for everything and like and I was saying, you know, how untrue that is, and like, you know, it's not that hard to get through events as a free to play. It's not hard to get through the story fights. You just got to know the game, level up smart stuff. And he's like, you can't farm as a free to play. You don't have enough AP per event. And I'm like, yes, you do. Cause I've done it. And he's like, but he said this. This is what I'm gonna do. He said this. He was saying the only reason that I can get through events with like natural AP and stuff like that is because I'm a YouTuber and so many people summon my units that I get so much FP that I get all the event CEs from FP. He absolutely said that, and I'm like, one, as my chat knows, I don't fucking add any of you twats because I'm always trying to keep my friends list as small as humanly possible, so it's easier for me to make YouTube videos. So I am like, I'm serious. I am like the one content creator that does not get FP from like in droves, right? Which actually sucks, by the way. I wish I had that, you know, easy stream. If I believe me, I would, right? Fuck being legit. If I could get free FP from my fans, 100% I would do it. But it's not worth the trade-off because making videos is way harder and all that. But if I could be like all the other YouTubers, I absolutely would, right? Like, no shame here. I would do it. But I don't because I can't. And even if I did and I could and all that, ain't nobody wanting to roll like 1,000,000 FP every event to get the fucking 3-star drop CE. That doesn't even help very much. I think what he was thinking was like, I get like, because I have so much FP, which I don't, but like if I was getting so much FP that like I would like get 5 copies limit broken, right? So I'm sitting here with like 5 of the bronze mat limit broken CE, and then I just farmed that and I traded up, right? Because you can change bronze mats for silver mats and silver mats for gold mats, but that's not efficient, and it would take you like a week to turn in that much FP to get that many of the CE. Like, ain't nobody. You realize how much inventory hell you would have to go through if you were using that much FP every event? Like, that would just be the worst thing ever. But yeah, I absolutely don't do that, and you don't need to do that. You do not need to do that to clear events as a free-to-play. Like, not at all. It's utter nonsense. But people say that all the time about FGO. They just like have some crackpot theory. They just blurt it out, and it doesn't hold like any water at all. Meanwhile, I don't even bother playing NA, and I have all these apples anyway. It's like, it's not that hard. Okay, we really want a bronze because we fuck 3-turning, right? Because if we summon the hair thing, it's pretty easy to 3-turn here, but fuck it, we want to go max bronze mat here. Kind of hard to find one of these. I should probably put the event filter on. I just got to turn it off when we're doing solos and shenanigans, but that makes it easier. I don't even have, look at, there's the Artoria. Doesn't have the limit broken one though. I should really put up my Artoria because I have it limit broken, but I don't think anybody needs like hair farming. I don't think that's much of a thing. Wow, no limit broken bronze CE. I didn't think it'd be that rare, because you can get it from FP and anybody rolling for Space Ishtar and stuff. Not a single one. That's crazy. Oh, there we go. Sharky got our back. Okay, our team is obviously going to be a lot worse this way, but we kind of just shift gears for doing it like this. There we go. If I had another one, I would equip it, but unfortunately I do not. Is he Bond 5? He is. I guess Hans? And I guess Atalante? Alright, go get him. Don't you guys have rolls? I threw a single 10 pull to kickstart my 3-star CE and make farming easier and maybe get Jane. Well, what was the result? Your Sag does not give me confidence that it went well. Hey look, I didn't even mean this. We're all knights of the round. That was not intentional. I got 3-star CEs. At least you got that. I'm guessing you didn't get Jane. That's one of those smiles that's not the smile that people normally use to like signify, you know, inner pain, right? But I think it is there, right? That's one of those forced smiled moments. Feels bad. That's normally Cairo laughing at me. That's what that is. Do I NP this? I wish Lancelot had gotten more cards. I guess we'll go for crits anyway. You know what? Just fire everything. We got it. Shame this is not like my Gwaine, because then he'd be a lot chunkier. Oh, Gwaine has his second skill buff on NA. Awesome. How about that? Why didn't I do Lancelot's card? He has attack up, crit up, 100% crit on Buster. I mean, Mordred got it, but... I'm clicking a lot of buttons that I don't think need to be clicked right now. You do not see stage 1 Gwaine very often. Oh, Omega, I don't think I've seen that emote before. That works really well with this song, though. Chad, I need to call, I need to get my phone and speed dial, you know, Nasu and be like, I need to get a CE drop on stream here. Can we just hook that up real quick? Alright, I think, sadly, that was the last time we needed to do that stage. Because, it's kind of fun getting all those bronze drops at once. We can always go back to it later, if need be. Alright, let's do the one in quest. Which I don't remember mechanically at all. Okay, this is just bullying, but why not? I haven't used her in a while, and this is always funny. This is so bullying. I wasn't even thinking because she's a foreigner. I was thinking because she's a good solo unit, and anything works against Berserker, and she's a bonus character. But she's also a foreigner, which for some reason gets to counterclass Berserker, which is completely broken. This is just a total joke battle right here. Damn cat going down. That's not happening, Poi Poi. Only 2 health bars? Didn't she have 3 when you fought her in the story? It's kind of disappointing. Why does she have head Vulcans when she's in stage 3? Does she have like machine guns in her hat? Like how does that even work? Like there's no holes in it. There's nothing like what? They don't. I like how they don't even try. It didn't come from her eyes though, and it made bullet sounds. It didn't make laser sounds. What the hell was that? All right, let's do slow-mo, because we can do art again, and we might be able to see better. What is going on? What the fuck? And that's like her aura. She just has like an aura. It's like Buddha now. With the blue lasers there. Got invisible tech, clearly. Like Jet Kita. They literally made up that whole thing about Jet Kita's jetpack being invisible just so... I'm serious, they did that so they did not have to make different animation sets for her. That's absolutely why they did that, and they just made a meme out of it. So I can break here literally in any way. I could NP, I could normal damage, right? Like, I don't even need my invulnerability. I actually kind of want to not do an invulnerability to just laugh at how little damage she's going to do to us because we're a foreigner and this game is not balanced. Because Berserker attack stat is not balanced around you counterclassing them, like, ever. And you might say Fluffy and Gajuna, but the thing is you're not supposed to be able to face tank those, right? And the thing is you still can. Like, if you did, let's say you did MHX against Fluffy or Gajuna, and then she has the defense buffs from Nash, she absolutely can face tank, right? Where you might say, oh, but you needed Nash's help. But the thing is, if you use like a regular unit, like Artoria, right, against Gajuna or Fluffy, and you have Nash's defense buff, then you're not face tanking the attack still, right? And like only foreigners can do that. Like it is so ridiculous. Okay, let's see. Her attack up is only 1 turn. I guess what we do is we just NP and we don't cast anything, and then we'll cast everything next turn for the lulz. I should have totally brought default just for the attack up. Dude, I have legitimately seen a lot of people that have no idea what Slash Emperor is, and they have no idea that that's even a reference to it, and it's sad, man. 300k. It's not gonna help you. Yep, nice damage, champ. See, we would have gotten like, you know, completely blasted there on a regular class, as you're supposed to, because you can kill her so fast. Well, our Mystic Code is doing nothing. See, if I had an attack up right here, I might be able to kill her with normal card damage, like from default Mystic Code. I don't know, maybe we're gonna kill her anyway, we'll see. Nah, not enough. I do think we would have, well, it'd be close. No, I think we would have killed. I think if we had the attack up from the Mystic Code, I think that would have killed. Because the attack up even affects the extra attack, for crying out loud. Okay, well this is just a slaughter.
早期銀すなわちコスモスエーテル宇宙地下の秩序行くぞ
Dude, I remember I found a post from a long time ago when she first came out, and people on Reddit were saying that might be a Slash Emperor reference. Like, they weren't sure. I'm like, are you kidding me? Of fucking course that's a Slash Emperor reference. Like, it's the exact pose. Like, they absolutely know what they did. Chat. I want to do bonus streams so badly. I'm so in the mood to play Arc Knights and Metroid Prime and stuff. But every time I get to like close to the end of my normal stream, I'm like, my allergies are starting to really bug me, and it's just, it sucks, man. Like, I so want to do that, but I might have to wait a bit. Cause man, I want to beat Metroid Prime, man. I want to get in there. So, oh my god, though, I was gonna stream Metroid Dread, and then, you know, the normal GameCube controller doesn't work with it, and so but they made another GameCube controller that does, and so I ordered one, and then because I didn't even think to think, it's being imported, right? I think it's being imported from Japan or something. And because anyone that's like following like current events, right, a lot of ports right now are fucked, and all the like, you know, ships that transport things are like backed up and they can't get anywhere. So its estimated delivery is like in a month. So I'm like, oh shit, right? So we're not really going anywhere on actually being able to play that anytime soon, which is unfortunate. But yeah, feels great, man. Oh, we got another event CE, so that's good for when you get to the harder content. Could probably handle the Liz quest now if I wanted to. But we'll probably do that next time. Well, who knows? That I might have to actually try on that one, and I might make a video for it, so I might do it off stream. I don't know if there's any reason to make a video for it though, because I already did a fairly budget setup for it, but I don't know, I wouldn't mind doing something not budget. I rarely make videos like that, so it'd be kind of fun to do something different. So a regular like GameCube controller with like an adapter, it does work. Like, you know, if you hit the A button, it'll register it. Everything works. The problem is, and this is ridiculous, but welcome to Nintendo products. There's a regular GameCube controller doesn't have a second Z button, right? You've got the one Z button over the R trigger. You don't have a button over the L trigger, and they did not make a custom like button layout specifically for a GameCube controller. And so when I think it's like sliding requires the Z button over the L. You can't. Like the game thinks you can, so it's like detecting a controller that it thinks can do it, but you know it won't remap the buttons or anything. So there's literally no way to slide, so you just can't even get through the first screen of the game. So, and I don't want to play with the fucking Wiimotes, whatever the fuck they're called. I don't remember the stupid shits. I don't want to use those, and I don't like Pro controllers at all. But the good news is that means when I play it, you know, I'm not gonna, you know, I won't bring in any new viewers, right? So we won't have to deal with the drive-by jackasses. Although I don't know, Metroid's pretty popular, and even like a month from now, there's a chance that there's still going to be people like, you know, looking for streams to backseat in. That's what people do like Arc Knights. Like those guys that were in my stream the other day, they were not looking to like find a streamer they liked. They weren't looking to stick around. They're looking for streams to try to backseat in and show off. And what's funny is they have no idea what they're talking about, because I'm doing budget stuff and those guys have clearly never used 1 to 3 stars, right? It was obvious, lots of shit they said with no idea what they're talking about. They're just like looking, trying to show off, and they don't even bother to like understand the stream they're in or the streamer. And like, why aren't you using this? You know, why don't you do this? Blah blah blah. Because they have no idea, and that happens for a lot of games that have like cult followings. There's like people like they're just hunting for newbies to show off in, right? It's ridiculous. Oh, did I get a drive-by in Prime? I don't remember. That wouldn't shock me though, because again, you know, cult following. So. I don't even remember if I got a drive-by in Prime. That Roo scream, what the hell? That's disgusting, man. Alright, I want to keep playing until we unlock the next free quest, and that way I can do the free quest off stream. That just makes sense. Dude, I'm not even going ham on this event, and look how much progress we've made. We're 61 out of 100. It's really easy to like one day this event if you care to. Which is good, I actually like it, and it's fun though. I'm actually having fun over here, it's crazy. I wish these stages were a little bit harder, but you know, it's still fun to do solos, and you can't really have fun in team fights, which that kind of sucks. Like even if I did budget setups, like 1 to 3 star setups, none of these fights would be hard, like none of them, but it's still better than the average event. I just hope the JP event is good. I'm so in the mood to do FGO stuff, man. I want to like, you know, get in there, make some videos, do some editing, right? All right, what do we want to use for this one? Could use Saber, because I think Saber's the main enemy. I don't really want a bonus servant though if I can help it. You know what? Let's go Mordred. That is like my least favorite thing though about streaming, is just having to deal with people like they're not interested in your stream, they're not interested in your chat, they're just interested in like trying to show off, and they're normally not even good at it, and it's just, I cannot stand that like personality type. Especially because they're doing it to strangers, right? Like, you know, if I'm playing like Earth Defense Force with Cairo, right? And Cairo tries to like style on me, right? You kind of expect that out of your friends, right? But when you have like randoms coming in here, they don't even know what you're doing. They don't even realize you're being budgety and you're holding yourself back. And they just start, you know, blurting shit out like, oh, you should be leveling this, or you should be doing that. And it's just like, dude, shut the fuck up. You don't even know me, right? It's like, it's completely absurd. Not gonna lie, normally when me and Cairo play Earth Defense Force, that game is hard, man. When you play on higher difficulties, especially when you duo, because basically the multiplayer is scaled in a set way. So if you're playing with 3 players, it's the same difficulty as if you play with 4 players, and it's the same difficulty if you play with 2 players, right? But the multiplayer mode is harder than the single player mode. And so duo is the hardest thing you can do in Earth Defense Force. Pretty much, and especially if you're not overgearing and stuff, because I'm not going to get into it, but there's a lot of ways to overgear in Earth Defense Force, and we obviously don't do that. And that game is hard as fuck, so normally when we're playing that game, we don't really have any room to troll each other. We do occasionally, but normally we're having to fight for our lives and actually have teamwork. Can you believe that, chat? Oh, this stage. Oh god. Right. Yeah, of course, you know, it's the kitchen, right, and he's the chef. We are fucked. We are absolutely fucked. We are gonna get wrecked here. This was so fun to solo with Gwen though, I remember. I really liked this stage. So, I think you want to kill this one first, off memory? Yeah, so the Buster Resist is why the chicken is alive, and the buff block, oh yeah, that destroys your taunt. Oh man, I should have done like Chin Gong or something. I don't even remember. Hold on, I'm gonna cheat chat. What did I do with my taunts? Did I just like YOLO and hope for the best with my taunts in the video? I bet you I did. But I don't see what else I would do. Some good music right here. Yeah, I just hoped for the best. I know this was hard for Gwen, and Gwen was an event servant. There is no way that Mordred can solo this, unless she was like level 100 in P5 and stuff like that. But at 90 in P2, no chance. This is from Bravely Default. I think it's Love's Vagrant off memory, but I know it's from Bravely Default. You can indeed use Poster Girl, because the buff block doesn't work on that. I like how they attacked Mordred, that's great. Good NP right now, but not worth it. And we're not getting good hands either. We are so screwed. We don't even have command codes. We are so screwed. I'd actually like to see Choco Johnny here because she's not an event servant. Because Gwen can do it, but he's an event servant. And then Chaka-chan is better than Gwen, but she's not an event servant, so that's actually kind of interesting. If we could have killed this thing earlier, we'd actually be in okay shape. But because I can't like cast anything, we're in like really bad spot here. I think if Mordred got really lucky, she actually... Oh, we do have some command codes. But if Mordred got really lucky, she actually might be able to do this. But I think she might need to be more upgraded than this. Oh, right. Yeah, their bust to resist is a bitch. Okay, yeah, no, she's doomed now. And she had to kill it that turn. She absolutely had to. Because you can win pretty quick once you get through the gimmicks, but yeah, that's not gonna happen there for her. I actually might use Poster Girl just to remove some RNG from this. I don't mind using it when I'm just dicking around. We're not doing anything serious. Let's see what we got here. Could use my new summer Musashi, see how she does. Even though she's in P1, I think she'd still be really good here. I do want to try out Chaka-chan though. I kind of want to do that and summer Musashi. I'm in a stage. Okay, here's what we'll do. Oh wait, no, there you are. I was gonna say if I didn't get you, I was gonna do it with Musashi, then just reset. Okay, Assassin's good because being counterclassed, so we'll do Poster Girl and George. Wait, I think my NA account is the one account that I don't have Poster Girl on. I have it on the 1 to 3 star account of all things. But yeah, I don't think I actually have it on this one. I probably have Outrage though. Which thankfully, Outrage in this situation can kind of stand in because you're not trying to do the whole buff cycling nonsense. Alright. So Musashi will have an easier time with just killing the stupid starfish really quickly. Although if she gets bad cards, she still won't, so it's just less RNG. But yeah, you gotta kill that Cthulhu monstrosity as fast as humanly possible. I'll take a crit. I'll take a second crit. Alright. Too bad they were the Buster cards, because the Buster doesn't do as much, but... He just crit for 10,000 because he has attack up, Buster up, and double crit up, and he did a Buster attack. I really wish I could cast my third skill right now. Oh, shit. Wayne, I'm gonna need you to throw. We need to do as much damage as possible, and that would be this, I think. Don't kill me. If he doesn't kill me, we have a real chance here if I don't die this turn. And we also have to kill this thing. Whew. Okay. Of course you crit. At least it wasn't a Buster crit, but he still had attack up and double crit up. Jeez. Okay, we should be able to kill the chicken just through generic AoE stuff. We shouldn't have to focus on it. I think she's got this. I think she's a strong lass here. That's true. That's a good point, Beasley. You could just go for the NP and get rid of that stuff. And in this case, that might have been worth it. We should be fine now, though. She can get back to full health after Guts goes off. I might kill the chicken here, though, so it doesn't insta-death me, because its NP has a fairly high chance to insta-death, and that would be a big problem. Yeah, I think I have to kill it. That sucks, because it's wasted damage, because I would kill it next NP, right? So what's the point in attacking it? But I'm pretty sure it would just end me rightly if I ignored it. Can I get away with art quick? That's mighty tempting, but I probably shouldn't. Let's not throw, but I do think we're gonna like way overkill this thing here. Obviously the buster don't do crap, but yeah, we probably could have done whatever. Yeah, her luck is E-. The lowest in all of Fate. Well, she is totally fine now. Like, she is completely stabilized. And by the time we're vulnerable, because I'm going to heal again and I still have damage cut. So I really can't die here. And when I'm finally vulnerable, we've got the Mystic Code and then our skills come back. Like, just totally safe. That, man, she is good, dude. That is crazy. That's really impressive, because Gwaine did it, but Gwaine is, again, an event servant, and if Gwaine wasn't an event servant, I think he might be able to still do it with just absolute miracle luck, like 5% win rate. But that's, that's atrocious, where her win rate here is like, probably like 75%, because she can get screwed on that one turn, or she might get terrible cards and not kill the starfish thing quickly. But other than that, she's in good shape. So I might as well invulnerability here. It's a shame we didn't land our buffs, but I figured just go ahead and use it. 100% versus bigger crit damage. I'm gonna do the 100%. I don't trust 80%. Well, there goes the 16. Hey look, we heal again. So this is the only turn that we have to face tank, and we don't have any defense on our side. But she got herself up to basically full health. If you wanted to be really cautious, you do the heal boost. Why not? We're gonna win, like, no matter what. Because the heal boost, and you might proc the 500 heal on BB slot machine. 1 and 3. Nope, debuff resist. That is unfortunate. Gwaine. Whoa! Buddy, that was a triple buster. That's like what we do. Jesus Christ, dude. Can you imagine if he had just killed us there? just gone, just like that. And like next turn, we get the, everything. We get the guts, we get the buff success chance, then we get the heal, the invulnerability, we double heal with the heal boost, we go back to full health, right? And we're good to go, right? But he could have just ended us there. Saved by 2k foe HP, you're not wrong. You are not wrong. Boy, I wish BB had done that heal too. He, his high-low roll could have done 300 health to us. Well, maybe he did high roll, who knows, but, okay, well she won, she got it. Like, she had, like, 3 or 4 turns of survival there, if not more. So she got it. Alright, let's try Musashi. He couldn't have done like one buff or, one quick attack or art attack, right? He had it BBB. Okay, so in a solo, it's really relevant that she's 555. Because with like the right stuff, you absolutely can live long enough to sometimes cast some of her skills twice. So that's a real problem for her. And I have to bring Atlas. This is so lame. This is not a fair test at all. Because if it was a different fight and I didn't have my skill ranks up, I would just bring a different Mystic Code. Because I'm not going to get value out of this. And so I'll just get, you know, the attack up, the heal or whatever, right? But I can't. You've got to use Atlas here because of Gwen's fucking skill seal burn nonsense. Feels bad. I don't know. Maybe I'd go with default anyway. Maybe we just try to win super fast. Yeah, I might go default just because I'm thinking Atlas is like a lost cause. It's either that or we do Anniversary Blonde just for like art crits so we can double NP like it's nothing. Oh, we'll go with the attack up though. We'll see how that does. Oh, I can't give George the... Oh, I don't even have it. That's right, I could use Outrage. Shame I can't give it to George because he's a lot tankier than her because she's being counterclassed by something. Where George is counterclassing something. I might actually want to change George then. Let's go Leo. Oh, I can't, right, because he's the support one. Well, damn. Yeah, we're gonna have to go very gas here. Chad, I mean, I'm kind of tempted to make this a video, but I've already made videos for this stage, and I'm probably gonna have to make a lot of videos coming up, so I should probably just not, but Choco Jana is really impressive on this stage. Again, not an event servant, right? No event CE, none of that. Like, it's pretty good. Great opening hand, though. That's perfect. RNG on our side for once. I'll take it. That's a cool animation. I'm not gonna lie. I love how you just hear all these gunshots, right? All you're seeing is sword, you know, sword stuff, and you just hear like a bunch of gunshots. It's so ridiculous. Wow, look at this nonsense. So I could have, I probably should have cast her first skill already. No, wait, no. We have the buff block. What am I thinking? So please don't murder Masashi. Just and kill it. George needs to die. If George lives, I'm gonna be pissed as hell here. No. There you go. Those crits, though. Woof. Okay, well, it's guts time. Unfortunately, see, normally, this sucks. This sucks. If it wasn't for not being able to taunt, normally I would get a turn out of my evade, right? But now I'm not going to get a turn out of my evade. Because normally I'd be at full health, I use the evade, and that's generally one turn. Then you guts, that's another turn. That's really good for a berserker, right? And then you missed a code, that's another turn, right? Very strong. And hell, if you can do a gut CE, you can get another guaranteed turn, right? That's quite handy. But because we got so fucked up right there, because normally I could drain my health and then heal myself, or just not drain my health until after the first turn. Well, let's see, what's the play here? We want to loop. Looping is very important, so we absolutely do this. Trying to think. I don't really want to do my crit turn unless I actually have a good crit chance, which I don't right now, but I may never have a good crit chance. I think I just cast this and I just hold on to the first skill. Because yeah, I could heal and do the evade and there's a chance that I would live, but not that worthwhile. I might do my big evade right now because I don't want to no effect the evade because I already have the other evade, but I do the crit just in case I get lucky. Let me think. Yeah, I don't see any reason not to just evade here. Our guts is 3 turns. Yeah, we're good. The music knows. The Doom Chicken. Do I attack up on this one, or do I want to wait until I can get a crit turn? Her attack buff is 3 turns, the defense down is 3 turns, so this NP is... Yeah, but we got the art up thing. Yeah, we'll do the attack. Well... We got the bigger chicken health bar. There's not a lot of reason to attack up here, there really isn't. Even though we got the art thing. Yeah, I think we save it. I think we save it. Because maybe we get a lucky crit on the next NP. I like how she's standing there with her arms crossed like she's Gilgamesh or something, but then she is not that, and you know, she's like two... Oh shit. Oh shit. I was gonna say she's a cowboy weeb, but that is not good. That is not good. I should have done the attack up, chat. Who would have guessed? Should have done the attack up. Okay. Well, I am going to at least try to turn a negative into somewhat of a positive here. And I'm going to take advantage of the overkill and use my art cards on the chicken and try to get my NP again. But that's probably game because of that, because I need to put this damage into Gwaine, right? He's a little tanky there. This is what I get for, she would have broken if she was 90. You actually might be correct about that. She also would have broken if our skill ranks were higher, or if she was in P2, and there were many ways we could have fixed that. Unfortunately, the turn is going to get canceled because of guts, so that I'm not going to get my NP here. Never mind that gain rate from being attacked. Okay. Well, this is probably possible by her, and it's definitely doable if you're like 10-10-10 and like NP2. Might be doable at NP1 though if you get a little lucky. And being 10-10-10 would definitely help. But I don't think she's going to have enough to punch through here. She needs to basically have her attack up, her defense down, the Mysticode attack up, and then she needs to NP and crit Gwaine. Like, if all those happen on the same turn, you'll probably win, because that'd be huge damage. Oh my god. Oh my god. This NP1, I should have... Oh my god, I should have actually rolled on... I don't think I had SQ at the time. I don't think I could have gotten her NP2. But oh my god, if she was just in P2, she would have done so much better here. I think she would have won. I think that the NPing 2 times and me being able to attack Gwaine on that one turn where I didn't because I had to switch to the chicken, I think that would have resulted in 80k. Also, she could probably do it right now if I just leveled her skills. Honestly, if I just leveled her skills, she could probably... because she was close. 80k is not that much. I wonder if, that'd be hard for Atalante because she's single target, so the chicken would be a real problem for her. Would not be a problem for Gajuna at all. That would be very easy. And see, like that one could do it. Not sexy enough. Yeah, I didn't have enough bonus points there. Alright, what else do we want to use here? I mean, Musashi can do it, but it's a little scuffed. Now that's a nice fluffy boy. Could Hurt do it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure Hurt could do it. Honestly, though, it is actually awkward for him because of the Buster resistance, and then killing the chicken is going to be extra awkward for Herc. So this is kind of a bad stage for him because he has to kind of go through so many enemies one at a time. But it is Herc, so he probably can do it, but it actually might be a little bit hard. You know what, Stinky, why not? Let's see the difference between my scuffed Musashi. I'm assuming I don't have you added. Let me see if you've already sent one in or if I gotta make room. But like, that's kind of fun to see the difference between a properly upgraded one and then, you know, my piece of shit. Level 1 mash, he's not wrong. He is not wrong. I don't think Suzuka could do it. I wouldn't mind maybe trying, but I don't. With how hard it is for Gwaine, and then even for what we saw on Choco Jana, I suspect it's out of her range, but and I tried if we get one. Although I do need to move on because I am really feeling my breathing problems right now, and I need to take care of that. So I do need to wrap up, but I don't want to wrap up until we unlock the next free quest. It'd be very impressive if she beat it, but I would not expect it. All right, make sure you send me an invite too, Stinky, and then I'll add you here. Oh, it wasn't actually typing, because that makes sense. I think it was like numlock got turned on or something. I should probably not do JK right now just because I really need to wrap. Well, I mean, I could not unlock the free quest and we could do it tomorrow, but that feels like a dumbass thing to do, especially... See, if I could look into the future chat and I saw that JP event is either garbage or it wasn't starting tomorrow and it was starting like next week, then I would just hold on to this stage and we do it tomorrow. But I'm kind of worried that that's not going to be the case, right? And I need to, because I'm not going to play this event as much once JP gets going. You know, I want to get as much done now as I can. I don't have clairvoyance, unfortunately. She not slotted? I'm being debated here. Maybe what we do is maybe we save this stage and I just see what happens, right? I save the stage, I don't play more of the event, and then when the JP news comes out, if the JP news is event is tomorrow or tonight and it's good, then I'll just, you know, fuck it and I'll play Saber Wars off stream and that's that. But then if the news is the event is garbage or it's not coming out for a week, and then it's good that I held on to the stage. So that's probably the smart way to do this. There we go. She probably doesn't need that CE. I don't think she's going to need the help looping, but yours is so much stronger than mine. Look at this. Look at this. 14k versus 15 because of the golden sumo. Look at this nonsense. My Masashi has more attack stat. Even though she's 87. I thought yours was 100, but yours is just 90. So that's not as bad. That's not as bad. Still, I'm over 1,000 attack ahead. And honestly, I don't think this is going to be that much better with this Masashi because attack up is way better than art up here. Like, it's way better because the extra attack, anytime we have to do the other attacks and stuff like that. Like, Golden Sumo good, man. It powerful. All right, because the extra attack though is a big part of it. I gotta switch the team. There we go. Do we do Atlas now? Let me look. So she's 6 turns. I can cast her guts in advance. I can't. Oh wait, no, we can't because of the buff block. Crap. Let's see. So I could guts even if it went off on the 3rd turn. I don't think we do Atlas then, just because of the buff block. If it wasn't for the buff block, I would absolutely do Atlas. But I think it's still default or at Anniversary Blonde. The stars are good. I'll try default just because that's what we just used and it's fun to compare 1-to-1, so. I think someday they will bring back Rider Kentucky, but I'm not sure they'll give out Golden Sumo because they didn't give out the Halloween CEs with the Liz thing, which is stupid. They absolutely should, and I can't even imagine what their like logic is for not bringing them back. I don't get it. Not as good of a hand this time. But not terrible. Dude, Gwen is doing so much damage. He wants to be the guy. I wish I could cast my evade right now. Just give me a buffer with my taunt not having taunt. Man, if I could have killed that turn. Do I NP here? Or we just die because this game is dumb. Okay. I hate this gimmick, dude. Because it doesn't make it hard, because it's so easy to kill a starfish in a non-solo, right? It's so easy to kill it. And then in a solo, it just adds an absurd amount of RNG to it. It's so dumb. Like, that's, like, we got one turn because he just, you know, had Buster up, and then, you know, the turn order with the taunt there. Oh, the not taunt. God, that sucks. Yeah, that's our chance, Ziggy, is the fact that it's a damage CE. It's like tied to the event. So we need it to be a main interlude or something, right? Or a rerun. If you do a rerun, then we'll get it. Because they gave out the Nerofest CE again, so. So there is a road to victory for Golden Sumo coming back, but there's a lot of other roads that are not so good. Like if it comes back in this weird format that Liz came back in, or if, you know, they just do a main interlude and they just change it, right? Stuff like that. I have a bad feeling this Liz thing they're doing is going to be their way of dealing with welfares moving forward for the coins. I'm really worried about that. So, one actually bad thing about killing the starfish here, if you can call it that, is if you did kill it, the other guys would get 2 actions per turn. Bro! Calm down! That barely killed me, and if it took me down to like 3 health, it would be fine. But of course, it like overkilled me by like 100 health or something. I think it overkilled me by a bit more than that. I think it was like 700 health or something. I can't believe that we just keep getting one shot like this, though. We might actually need a gut CE. It's good on her here anyway. It seems to be the only way we're gonna live. When your taunts outlive you, indeed. Well, that is really bad. Why does Gwen have to do the attack up and Buster up? Because then if he does a Buster attack, it's just so much damage. That skill name. And then what are you? Come on! And look, I didn't kill it, so I can't cast my first skill. God damn it, game. And I probably still can't kill it. Like, I'm the only attack Masashi, so now we're even more likely to die. What? Just bullshit! I literally cannot outlive Scaff. That is such a bad gut CE. You must have a better one than that. That is so not one that we want. That one is so bad. You want one of the Gilfest ones, which surely you have. Like they just did Gilfest, right? That was like last month. That was way better. I almost said it, Lonely. I kind of forgot. See, that's how you gotta lure me into a false sense of security, right? You don't bring the meme up for like a long time, and then I'll just say it. Okay, watch us not need guts here. I almost want to art chain just because we don't have starting NP. Well, like, the damage can matter, as we've already seen. I'm being greedy, though. Oh, this... Just give me a Brave Chain next turn, right? No problem. Look, he's attack up, crit up, and buster up. Such cancer. Cause like if Guts goes off before our taunt dies, like it's obviously better than just straight losing, but it's so much worse than if we just kept the Guts, right? Because we're sacrificing a lot here. Dude, what the fuck? Oh my god. 23k. Fantastic. Oh, yeah, no, we just lose still. Yeah, it doesn't even matter because the guy's not dead. I don't understand. Why is it so hard for her to live one turn? It's because Gwen is... You need Gwen to hit Scath. That's what you need to have happen. Or you need... Look at this guy. Look at this fucking guy. He's not wrong, actually. I'm not gonna lie. He's actually not wrong. But he's like, can I offer you a you know, censored in this trying time? That's what this is. You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna do it. Why not? Because he's actually not wrong. Like, it's actually good here. I'm not sure it's good enough, right? Because your ENP is obviously going to be a lot worse and so on, but you'll at least get through the beginning part reliably. Because once you get through the beginning part, if you get lucky with a different CE, then it's just way better, right? Than have a normal CE when you're NPing and everything. But it's obvious that clearly the odds of that happening are not good. I like how all this, and then now I just get a terrible opening hand. I can't. Oh, that was pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. That was good timing. Hey, look, we're not gonna kill the thing, and so we're like screwed now because we all got Buster cards and he has Buster resist. Actually, we're not screwed because of the CE. Depends on what happens. Of course. Of course. Well, we might be screwed now because we only got one hit left. Because I still can't cast my stuff. Well, on the upside, we do get a lot of free NP gain. We have to face tank one turn. We have 16k health this time, though. Little close there. Just a little bit. Do I think I'm gonna have a better crit chance later? I mean, probably not, so I guess we just do it now. Even though, I don't know, maybe we should do it on the next one because of the next health bar being bigger, but because we're higher NP rank, probably fine. Guess I'll evade here. I could evade now, just because bet on the 30% crit for the crit damage up. And then on the insanely rare case where I somehow don't have Guts go off. Maybe BB procs the 500 heal. And we get one of them casts a skill. One of them pings off the shield, and then we get quick attacked. Although the third attack will be the chicken. So we need them to cast 2 skills, I think. Damn, if we had crit there, that would have done so much damage. Nope. Dream is dead. I'm not sure we're gonna have enough at the end here. We're not doing quite enough damage. Now this CE is full health. This CE would actually be... I don't know, it's hard to say, because it's mostly used on supports and tanks. How did we not kill there? Well, we're probably going to get insta-death now. Get lucky, get lucky, get lucky. Woo! I saw that miss. Oh, so lucky. We didn't get insta-deathed, and we got our NP back. How about that? I think we win then. Alright, do we zeet the app for JK next stream? I think we do, because if JP is just shit, then it's good to have some stuff to do. So yeah, I'll zeet the app here. I'll make sure she wins. Okay, she got it. I cannot believe that we're sitting there losing and losing and losing, and then the one that must not be named comes along and just pops up there. You know, he didn't even say anything in chat. You know, he just did it. He didn't say a word, right? He knew what he did. Oh Jesus. Okay. Well, I mean, it worked first try, so it was clearly better. But the NP5 also helped. Okay, boys. This is not emulator. This is my phone, but I'm using how do I describe this? I'm using my monitor as my display device for my phone. But no, this is my phone. That's why you can see the battery and all that stuff. You can play FGO on emulator though. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but it is a thing. Anyway, boys, I think I'm gonna wrap up there, and we will most likely be playing FGO tomorrow. And if it's NA or JP, it's gonna kind of be up to what happens with the stream tomorrow, right? Because the event might be starting tonight, it might not. The event could be good, the event could be bad. We'll just see. All right, we will raid. What are we gonna raid here? We'll raid Kadroff. We haven't raided him in a little bit, and I think he's playing Saber Wars, so why not? Alright, go get him, boys. I will see you all tomorrow, and we'll just see what the hell the news is for JP. And we'll be talking about the news one way or the other, no matter what happens, so. Peace!